The following is a production of the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network. It's time for Friday Night Football with your Fairfield Trojans. Now streaming on the Atomo Radio YouTube channel. Now, let's head to the field with the voice of your Fairfield Trojans, Lee Muntz.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Fairfield High School football on a beautiful Friday night as we're heading toward the end of October. 2 weeks from tonight will be Halloween. 1 week tonight will wrap up the regular season. Fairfield hosting Mount Pleasant, but tonight it's the Keokuk if you're a native, the Keokuk Chiefs if you're a foreigner. Although I was a native of Keokuk, and my dad would say it with the K-I-L-K-U-K, but I always said Keokuk. But anyway, happy to be along on the Trojan side and hoping they come out with the victory tonight. I think it's going to be a football game with a lot of points. Fairfield's going to run the ball. The Chiefs are going to throw the ball. And to me, the key will be the defense that can make some stops at crucial times that's going to help their team come away with the victory tonight. Mount Pleasant defeated Keokuk last week. The Chiefs had the ball deep in Mount Pleasant territory with a 34-29 or 28 lead late in the game. And Mount Pleasant got a pick six and went 90 yards, and they ended up taking a 35-34 lead. Keokuk got the ball back. Same kid that got the pick six intercepted another pass and allowed Mount Pleasant to ice away the 35-34 victory, keeping them with just one loss on the season. That was the non-district game against Central DeWitt, I believe, 49-27. Central DeWitt highly ranked in Class 3A, but Mount Pleasant playing a host of Solon tonight. They're going to be in for obviously a real tough test to try to stay undefeated in the district. Winner of that game will be the district champion for this district, including Fairfield, Keokuk, Washington, and Fort Madison. Let me mention our sponsors first of all, starting on the bottom of the list, working up versus the usual top to bottom. We'll start with Leo's Pizza and Grill on Burlington Avenue. In fact, just west of the corner of 6th and Burlington, they bring you our halftime recap each Friday night. The halftime show is service of Beaner Funeral and Crematory in Fairfield with Scott and Rachel Brown on South Main, 203 South Main in Fairfield. Finney Auto Body of Fairfield, where they take the dents out of accidents. Larry and Paula Angstead out there at Finney Auto Body. Packwood Locker and Meats of Packwood. Visit them at packwoodlockerandmeats.com. As they say, you can't beat our meat, and they dare you to try. Family First Chiropractic, West 2nd Street in Ottumwa. Sarah Jane, our marketing representative on the Ottumwa Radio Group, Ottumwa Radio staff. She goes there and says very good care. Elevated level of holistic care for the entire family and incorporate multiple chiropractic techniques and physiotherapy. They want to give their clients the best results as quickly as possible. Roto-Rooter, also in Ottumwa. They're on Gateway Drive, 24/7 emergency service, easy to say, not right now, including nights, holidays, and weekends. Fast, friendly, professional service for Ottumwa, Fairfield, and the surrounding area. Roto-Rooter, that's the name. Brandon Tagler, your Beck seed dealer. Check him out on Facebook, serving Southeast Iowa, or give him a call, 641-919-7526. Lisco, your experts for fiber optic in Fairfield. Call Lisco to get set up, 209-5400. That's Lisco of Fairfield. And I am a proud customer of theirs. Jefferson County Health Center, JCHC, cares you can count on. That's what they do. In fact, they're the people with the volunteers in the Trojan Booster Club concession stand below us here on this Friday night on the west side of Trojan Stadium atop Pearl Smith Field. So thanks to Jefferson County Health Center. Brian Hunger, saw him as one of the many people. Of course, he's the leader of JCHC, and proud of his staff and proud of serving the community. Cranston Family Funeral Home, Fairfield and Keosauqua. They have monument sales, Irish Ridge Cremation, CranstonFamilyFuneralHome.com. You'll see Jeremy and his wife Jamie supporting Fairfield High School volleyball in particular with their daughter Ireland, a member of the volleyball squad. She'll be playing basketball, I'm sure, this winter with our new head coach for the Fairfield High School program, Brian Witzenberg. CranstonFamilyFuneralHome.com. Southern Iowa Ready Mix of Fairfield, solid people. They do a solid job for you. Southern Iowa Ready Mix at SouthernIowaRM.com. Live Wire Electric and Straight Up Doors. Start and end your day with a good quality garage door from Straight Up Doors. And, of course, when it comes to electrical needs, Rod and the folks out there great people that will handle it professionally. They're located on West Grimes in Fairfield. Rod and Bev Nelson. Smithburg Automotive, they have vehicle maintenance on South 23rd Street. You can do rental and buying vehicles at their location on West Burlington in Fairfield, just east of the Casey's West in Fairfield. But they also have Smitty's Auto and Recycling. If you need to get rid of an older car that's just sitting around and you aren't getting any use out of it, they can give you a couple $100 to take it off your hands and recycle that, if you will. Smithburg Automotive and Smitty's Auto and Recycling of Fairfield. Fairfield Dental Clinic, West Adams in Fairfield. They've got professional dentists there, great dental care for your whole family with Fairfield Dental Clinic. And Community First Credit Union, because together is better. Check them out at cfirstcreditunion.com. We're here on a Friday night. We have the YouTube channel, Atomo Radio Group Sports Network, atomoradio.com, where you can find news and sports for Jefferson County with my grandson, Anthony A.J. Rowe. He does news and sports each day on 104.3 FM. That's KOTM? No, it's KTWA. No. KRKN. New Country, KRKN. We got so darn many stations, I can't remember them all. We were over there today picking up something, and Greg List, our fearless leader, comes out, and it's Donna, Sarah Jane, Margie Gehring, and myself and AJ standing there talking, and he starts to talk and says, "Hey, what do you think you are, the owner?" As in, "No, I'm just the bank." He was interrupting our get-together in the front office at Atomo Radio right there on Main Street in Atomo, before you really get into the downtown area, but a great location for Atomo Radio. And I do appreciate Greg giving me the opportunity to broadcast the Fairfield High School football on Friday nights. He's tried to talk me into basketball. I said, "No, Greg, I love doing the PA thing where I know somebody's listening. They're in the gym with me. I've gotten used to that." I said 5-10 years ago I'd have done it in a heartbeat for you, but at this point in my career, I love doing the PA thing and go to an occasional road game, but hopefully they'll be able to do Fairfield High School basketball this upcoming winter. We're not guaranteed on that at this point, but we'll keep you posted. But again, Atomo Radio YouTube, where you can watch and listen to the next two Friday nights with the Keokuk Chiefs and Mount Pleasant Panthers visiting the Fairfield Trojans. Well, all of that behind us, we've gotten the sponsors taken care of. We've introduced you to the broadcast for Chiefs Trojans here tonight. So we're going to take a 3-minute timeout, have Ellis Kojo joined by Matt Jones earlier this morning, and they'll talk about the matchup between these two teams, review a little bit on the Fairfield win last week, 50-12 down at Fort Madison, their first district win of the season. Fairfield 2-5 overall. We'll tell you more about Keokuk coming out of the interview with Coach Jones. But he's back with Ellis Kojo in 3 minutes as we continue with the pregame show on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
Pick a card, any card. Right now, at Community First Credit Union, save big when you lock in a low intro rate on select credit cards. Choose between our Flex Rewards, Signature Rewards, or Smart Rate cards, and enjoy a low rate for 12 months on purchases and balance transfers. Plus, each card offers perks like no annual fee and easy-to-use digital banking. Get details and apply at c1stcu.com or at any C First location. Subject to credit approval, federally insured by the NCUA.
Need electrical work done right? Livewire Electric is Southeast Iowa's premier electrical contractor, serving Jefferson County and nearby areas. From home wiring upgrades to all your electrical needs, call Rod at 641-472-4853. Livewire Electric, powering your home safely. Give your house a facelift. Quality garage doors that make a difference. Call 641-209-9948 for your free estimate on a new garage door. Open and close your day with straight-up doors of Fairfield.
Dr. Matt here, looking for complete dental care for your entire family? At Fairfield Dental Clinic in Fairfield, that's exactly what we provide.
Dr. Pat here. We pride ourselves on delivering comprehensive care from routine cleanings to advanced procedures. At Fairfield Dental Clinic, we're committed to creating healthy smiles in a comfortable, caring environment.
We live here, we work here, and we're proud to care for generations of families from Fairfield and the surrounding area. Call today for an appointment. Fairfield Dental Clinic, complete dental care for your entire family, your neighbors, your dentists, your smile.
Shopping for a quality used car? Check out the inventory at Smithburg Automotive's lot at 1503 West Burlington Avenue in Fairfield. Need repairs? They've got you covered at the South 23rd Street location. Call 641-472-2454 or visit smithburgs.com. Need quality used parts? Head to Smitty's Auto Recycling on West Grimes in Fairfield. They've got fresh inventory arriving all the time. Selling parts or have a wrecked vehicle? They buy unwanted cars too. Call 472-4200 or stop by to see what's new in the yard. For those shaping the future of Fairfield, Southern Iowa Ready Mix is your trusted partners. With every pour, they're committed to quality, durability, and the satisfaction of watching your vision take form. From the smallest patio to the largest development, they deliver more than materials, they deliver possibilities. Visit southerniowarm.com and lay the groundwork for structures that stand the test of time. Because at Southern Iowa Ready Mix of Fairfield, they believe in building a legacy one mix at a time.
Planning for 2026, smart farmers know the best yields start with the right choices. At Beck's Hybrids, where farmers are art, helping farmers succeed is what makes up the fabric of our culture. Call Brandon Tegler, your Beck's seed dealer serving Southeast Iowa. Get your 2026 seed orders in early and secure the varieties that perform best on your land. 641-919-7526. That's 641-919-7526. Beck's Hybrids, growing successful together.
We are joined once again, as we are every Friday, by Fairfield head football coach Matt Jones. First of all, Matt, good morning. How are you this morning?
Well, good morning. I'm doing great, thanks.
We appreciate you joining us as always. First of all, congratulations on last week's win against Fort Madison. 50-12 was the final. What went well with you guys last Friday?
Well, we really challenged the guys to get off to a really good start, and we sure did. We talk about I don't know, it might be kind of silly, but we talk about those Kentucky Derby horses that just can't wait to run, get out of the gate. And, they're fresh, they're ready to go, and they're just chomping at the bit kind of to get out of the gate. And we talked about that, and the boys really responded, and we scored on our first three possessions, forced some punts from Fort Madison, and we ran the ball really well. We threw it in there, too, as well, and then in those possessions. And then we had a miscue. We were down inside the 10, and then we fumbled. We were ready to go about 26-0. And then, Fort Madison kind of got a little bit of momentum going. They got a little bit of confidence, and they ran the ball pretty well. And then, we kind of stormed back, and really, really proud of the guys on how they responded to that. And then they finished the game well, too, Ellis. So it was a pretty darn good team effort there.
Talk about Ethan Bisgard. He had a big game for you.
He did. He had a great game on defense. I'll start there. I think he had 14 tackles, and he was all over the field. And he plays outside linebacker. Really played the edge very well. Ethan's a kid we can always have, and then he's also really strong and athletic. I mean, if you watch him, he's pretty dynamic. And then offensively, he plays in the backfield for us, and he runs multiple different plays. But it's kind of fun to see him pop out of the middle of the scrum pile sometimes, and he has pretty good moves in the open field, too. So, I know he would give a lot of credit to the offensive line, too. So those guys were helming and doing their job. But, yeah, Ethan had I think he had over 100 yards and some touchdowns, too. So really proud of him.
Yeah, Ethan actually had, and I'm pulling it up right now, and the computer is being slow on me, 122 yards rushing and a touchdown. He also caught a touchdown. So, yeah, big game for him, and you mentioned his work on defense as well. Plus, he got an interception, so just an all-around great game for your junior. Your team as a whole, though, Coach, when I think of a word to describe them this season, even though it's probably not has gone as well as you would like it to have gone, I would describe your bunch as resilient. You guys have really gone through a lot, had to deal with a lot of injuries, but you've been fighting tooth and nail pretty much every game you've been in.
Well, the word that popped into my mouth was resilient, and then you said resilient. So, I mean, I totally agree. When you think about it, we've had some games where we went in with 11 varsity dudes. I mean, 11 varsity guys who are healthy and ready to roll. And we've felt like we've had a luxury the last couple weeks because we've had 12. It's a crazy deal, but they don't get but then we also use some of our JV kids too. 5 or 6 of those JV kids will swing up and play some varsity for us. So really proud of those kids too. But yeah, you're right. Absolutely resilient. They've come together. They've kind of forged a a bond around some adversity and, this idea of next man in, and hey, we can. And honestly, there's some really good players there, and and everybody is willing to do whatever it takes. We've moved kids from different positions. I'll just use Tucker Robertson as an example. I mean, he's played in the backfield all year. We had a tight end go down, and we needed him on a Wednesday practice. We started getting him reps at tight end on a Wednesday. Then he played a Friday against Washington. And Washington's not a bad team at all. And, that was a heck of a game, and he did a heck of a job. But, yeah, we just got kids who are willing to do whatever we need for the team. So that's something to be proud of, too.
You have Keokuk tonight at home and in Fairfield. So what do the Chiefs, what type of challenges do they present to your team?
They're a very good team offensively passing. They are a very good. They have a nice quarterback, number 15. I think his name's Jalen, as a sophomore, only a sophomore, athletic kid, 6'1", can move, can throw. They have a sophomore kid at split end. Number 3, Kurt Joy is his name. That kid is a dynamic playmaker too. He leads them in yards and catches, and they got a kid who's a fullback, H-back type, tight end type kid, Mason Klaus, who's very good as well. I think he's going to go play scholarship football somewhere. So they have some good players, and they have 19 seniors. So they have some pride, and they have a good coach, Marvin McNutt, obviously. Used to play for the Hawkeyes as their head football coach, and he's got a good passing game and good scheme, and but they don't really love to run the ball. So we're hoping that we can really play hard, good, tough defense. Defensively, they're aggressive. I like their linebackers. I think their linebackers are pretty good. So we're going to have to do a great job getting pads on them and running our feet, playing to the whistle. It'll be it looks like it's going to be a great night for football. Our stadium is usually, I think probably the best stadium in Southeast Iowa. Maybe I'm biased there, maybe not, but it's a phenomenal place to watch a game. So, invite anybody to come out and watch the Trojans and cheer us on.
I would probably say you are a bit biased, Coach, but I think you're allowed to be since it is your home stadium. The passing game itself, you talked about Jaden Burton, the quarterback. He has nearly 1,700 yards of passing this season. Probably the biggest passing threat you've had to face since Centerville. How do you approach a team like that loves to pass the ball?
Well, we need to work to get our offensive line one-on-one matchups, and that'll help because obviously, whenever you play a good quarterback, you need to make him throw it before he wants to throw it, or throw it with a hand up, or just disrupt his timing any way you can. You got to also cover guys well, and you have to be strategic about what you're going to do on the down and distance. Mixing up coverages is something that we're working on and we're trying to do. Luke Berry coaches our secondary. Steve Miller coordinates our defense. Nick Casca coaches our defensive line. So we have some good guys coaching our defense, and they have a good plan. We're gonna work hard at it. I know our kids are bought into, so that should be there's no doubt it'll be a heck of a challenge, but it should be fun for the guys.
It's fun when I see matchups with the opposite styles. Obviously, Fairfield likes to run the ball. Keokuk likes to pass the ball. So is your plan going in maybe trying to establish a run and play a little ball control?
Absolutely. Yeah. That's what we're going to try to do. We're going to try to control the line of scrimmage, control the tempo of the game, limit their possessions. We're going to try to, have a little slugfest and take opportunities where we get them and do a really good job against their offense, and hopefully, special teams can step in there and make a big play as well.
Talk about takeaways. We haven't talked about that much, and your team has done a decent job in taking the ball away. What is your mentality? What do you tell your guys about takeaways on defense?
Huge momentum swings, when it does happen to you as a team, you have to be tough enough to fight through that adversity. But so you said Bisgard last week, he had a big interception. Big interception in the end zone, smart kid, downs the ball. and we took it on the 20. That was because they were marching and they were moving the ball, and they threw it, and we were able to pick it off. Then Axel Starr had a big fumble. He forced a fumble. Sorry, I apologize. He recovered a fumble, and that was a big one for us. So yeah, like whenever you can do that, you steal a possession, you get some. Then so yeah, but overall, offensively, we really haven't turned the ball over a whole lot. We've done a pretty good job taking care of the ball, so that's going to be another big key for us tonight.
Coach, best of luck tonight as you take on Keokuk. Lee Muntz will be on the call as always, so I know you'll be in good hands broadcast-wise. Appreciate the time as always. Thank you so much, and we'll talk again next week.
We are having a kindergarten and senior get-together type thing where we're going to do that prior to the game. So we're going to have all the kindergartners on one end and all the seniors on another end of the field. They're going to walk and meet in the middle. The seniors are going to present the kindergartners a little gift. It should be a really cool thing. So invite anybody out to watch that as well.
Oh, that's awesome. Right before the game tonight?
Yes, sir. Yep, okay. Right before the varsity game. Yep.
Oh, that sounds awesome. Okay, well, yeah, people can definitely check that out if they stop by the stadium before the game, 7:30 kickoff, as always, at Fairfield. Coach, appreciate the time as always. Take care. Have a great rest of your morning, and best of luck tonight.
Okay, thanks, Alice. Take care.
If you're tired of dropped calls and slow internet, we're here to help. Lisco's the future of fast, reliable communication. Never miss a beat with streaming, gaming, or video calls, whether you're working, playing, or just staying connected. Lisco brings you lightning fast speeds, crystal clear calls, and unbeatable reliability. Switch today and experience the difference. Call me, Samantha, your Lisco sales rep at 641-209-5400. That's 209-5400, or visit us at lisco.com.
This is Jeremy with Cranston Family Funeral Home. I want to take a moment and say thank you, not for choosing our funeral home, although we're deeply honored when you do, but for showing up for your neighbors, for supporting small businesses, for standing in line at visitations and hugging people you maybe haven't seen in years. That is what makes our communities feel like home. At Cranston Family Funeral Home, we don't believe in flashy promises. We believe in showing up quietly, respectfully, and doing the work that matters when it matters most. So from our family to yours, thank you. We see you, we are grateful for you, and we'll be here when you need us.
Pick a card, any card. Right now, at Community First Credit Union, save big when you lock in a low intro rate on select credit cards. Choose between our Flex Rewards, Signature Rewards, or Smart Rate cards, and enjoy a low rate for 12 months on purchases and balance transfers. Plus, each card offers perks like no annual fee and easy-to-use digital banking. Get details and apply at c1stcu.com or at any C First location. Subject to credit approval, federally insured by the NCUA.
We care. At Jefferson County Health Center, it's the little things that make a big difference. We believe every patient deserves to feel safe and comforted, no matter what brings them here. We strive to turn fear into comfort. We are committed to ensuring every patient feels informed, supported, and truly cared for.
Jefferson County Health Center, care you can count on. It's what we do.
Dr. Matt here, looking for complete dental care for your entire family? At Fairfield Dental Clinic in Fairfield, that's exactly what we provide.
Dr. Pat here. We pride ourselves on delivering comprehensive care from routine cleanings to advanced procedures. At Fairfield Dental Clinic, we're committed to creating healthy smiles in a comfortable, caring environment.
We live here, we work here, and we're proud to care for generations of families from Fairfield and the surrounding area. Call today for an appointment. Fairfield Dental Clinic, complete dental care for your entire family, your neighbors, your dentists, your smile.
This is Miss Bonnie at Packwood Locker and Meats of Packwood. Packwood Locker and Meats brings farm fresh to your table. Beefy with boldness, porky with perfection, fresh off the farm and into your kitchen. We know how to make every meal a masterpiece. Trust the quality and savor the taste, because at Packwood Locker and Meats, fresh isn't just a promise, it's a guarantee. Now open for retail and pickup 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Fridays and Saturdays. Visit PackwoodLockerandMeats.com for more information. Trust me, you can't beat Peyton's Meat, and we dare you to try.
You're watching Fairfield Trojan football on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
Welcome back to Pearl Smith Field here at Trojan Stadium as we get set for the Keokuk Chiefs taking on the Fairfield Trojans. Keokuk led by a former Iowa Hawkeye and NFL players who went to the professional ranks, and outstanding athlete. I was talking to Trey Van Tassel, of course, a former member of our broadcast team, and he remembers Marvin McNutt catching a game-winning touchdown late against Michigan State with the Hawkeyes. Marvin's assistants are Jeff Baer, Chad Campbell, Glenn Fernetti, Charlie Hayner, and JoJo McNair. Fairfield head coach Matt Jones, assisted by Brian Dunlap, Nick Casca, Matt Schenk, Luke Perry. Good to have him back. Mike Schenk, also great to have him and son Matt on the coaching staff. Ted Richardson, Terry Allison, and Steve Miller. I want to thank our managers. I have not done that this season. Samantha Lyons, Trinity Rowland, Luke Thornton, and Ben Bartle. Team trainers are Dr. Hill leading the way with Adam Conalog and Aspen Clark. We're going to go ahead and take another, let's do a 2-minute timeout here as we get set to tell you about the Keokuk Chiefs statistically coming into this game, as well as some Fairfield Trojans, especially Ethan Bisgard doing very well. And we'll be back to that in a couple of minutes on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
Need electrical work done right? Livewire Electric is Southeast Iowa's premier electrical contractor, serving Jefferson County and nearby areas. From home wiring upgrades to all your electrical needs, call Rod at 641-472-4853. Livewire Electric, powering your home safely. Give your house a facelift. Quality garage doors that make a difference. Call 641-209-9948 for your free estimate on a new garage door. Open and close your day with straight-up doors of Fairfield.
For those shaping the future of Fairfield, Southern Iowa Ready Mix is your trusted partners. With every pour, they're committed to quality, durability, and the satisfaction of watching your vision take form. From the smallest patio to the largest development, they deliver more than materials, they deliver possibilities. Visit SouthernIowaRM.com and lay the groundwork for structures that stand the test of time. Because at Southern Iowa Ready Mix of Fairfield, they believe in building a legacy one mix at a time. Shopping for a quality used car? Check out the inventory at Smithburg Automotive's lot at 1503 West Burlington Avenue in Fairfield. Need repairs? They've got you covered at the South 23rd Street location. Call 641-472-2454 or visit smithburgs.com. Need quality used parts? Head to Smitty's Auto Recycling on West Grimes in Fairfield. They've got fresh inventory arriving all the time. Selling parts or have a wrecked vehicle? They buy unwanted cars too. Call 472-4200 or stop by to see what's new in the yard. You're watching Fairfield Trojan football on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
So the Fairfield Trojans, Ethan Bisgard, mentioned him going into the break. He is first in Class 3A across the state in rushing yards per carry, 10.5. It helps when you have 5 carries, 122 yards last week against Fort Madison. He also is first in 2-point conversion total with 7. He is third in all-purpose yards. That's rushing and receiving. I believe kick returns as well, 1,150. And he's tied for 8th in rushing, 715 this season. As a team, the Trojans are first in yards per carry on rushing, 7.6. First in 2-point conversions with 12. Second in rushing yards overall, 2,039. It's only one school that has more than Fairfield rushing the ball this season in Class 3A. Third in punt yards per return, 23.3, so very good on special teams. Tied for 4th in rushing touchdowns, 25. 5th in all-purpose yards as a team, 3,060. And that's the recap of the Trojans in Class 3A. Now, Keokuk, their sophomore quarterback, Jaden Burton, number 15. He's a 6'1", 185-pound sophomore. He has the most passing touchdowns, 21. Third in passing yards, 1,653. Fourth in tied for 4th in touchdown passes, 22 on the season. Chase Smith is tied for 2nd in receiving touchdowns, 8. Kurt Joy is first in receiving yards, 618. And he is tied for 4th in receiving touchdowns with 7. They have the most, Keokuk team has the most passing touchdowns, 23. Second in passing yards, almost 1,800, 1,798. So you can tell Fairfield's going to run the ball. Keokuk's going to throw the ball. We'll see which team comes out on top. The old Woody Hayes thing. There's 3 things that can happen when you throw the ball. 2 of them are bad. The one thing that's good is a completion, or it can be incomplete or intercepted, and hopefully the Trojans will get some picks tonight. And speaking of interceptions, I mean, look at Fairfield. They've been coming on in that regard since the Knoxville game, in essence, where I believe they got their first takeaways of the year. The Trojans have right now picked off 5 passes, led by Ethan Bisgard with 2. Voss Richardson 1, of course, the 97-yard pick 6. Jackson Hollander and Brady Weigel each with an interception. 1 fumble recovery. That was last week by senior Axel Starr. Mentioned Burton, the quarterback for the Chiefs, on the season. He is 107 of 175. That's 61%, 1,653 yards, 21 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. 2 of those came late last week in the loss to Mount Pleasant. Keokuk teed the ball up. Fairfield is receiving to start the game. So we'll have Zandrick Allison, Ethan Bisgard down there to receive the kickoff. And we're ready to get underway as the right foot is a pooch kick. They're going to avoid the long returns here. Brady Weigel on the return. Gets it across the 35-yard line, so good field position for the Trojans to start the opening drive of the night. Going to slip off my headset for just a second here. Had to get my binoculars on because I am required to have those watching Fairfield High School football on offense. They are very deceptive with that football. So Fairfield will have it. 1st and 10 from their own 37-yard line. Voss Richardson, the quarterback, under center Christian Rasmussen. The 3 backs behind him. First handoff to Zandrick Allison going off right tackle. He'll go across the 40-yard line, so a solid gain of about 4 yards on the first carry of the night. Joining Zandrick in that 3-man backfield are Ethan Bisgard and Brady Weigel. Offensive line, of course, Axel Starr took over at a tackle last week. Nolan Smith on the other side of the tackle. Hank Konzel, Calvin McLean, the guards, and center Christian Rasmussen, the tight ends. Number 2, Chase Countryman on the left. Number 20, Blake Burnett on the right. Voss ready for the snap. Hands it off to Zandrick Allison. He's going to get it across the 45-yard line. It'll set up a 3rd and 2 facing the Trojans on this opening series of the night. Several Keokuk players on defense wear the Guardian caps over their helmets. That's a little added layer of protection for avoiding concussions. I'd say at least 4 or 5. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 of them. So almost half of the starting defense for the Chiefs wearing those. 3rd and 2 for the Trojans. From their own 45-yard line, just underway on a beautiful Friday night. Voss Richardson gets the snap. Hands it to Zandrick Allison. He's got the first down across the 50. He'll be spinning around at the Keokuk 48-yard line, so it's 1st and 10 Trojans. Good opening series, getting that initial first down and getting in plus territory across midfield. At the Chiefs' 47, 1st down Trojans. Of course, next week we have Mount Pleasant coming to town. We'll try to keep you posted on their home game tonight, the battle of unbeaten teams in this district. Mount Pleasant 1 loss overall. That's, of course, the Solon team ranked anywhere from 1 to 2 or 3, but one of the best in Class 3A. Voss ready for the snap. He's throwing the ball to the right. Got it out to Brady Weigel across the 40-yard line, inside the 30, driven out of bounds. So the Trojans crossing up the Chiefs as they toss the ball and get a nice gain of a first down, tackled by Kyler Bielman, a sophomore for the Chiefs. But Trojans first down at the Keokuk 30-yard line. I'd say right now we're already pretty much in 4-down territory. Voss comes over to head coach Matt Jones to get the next play. Returns to the huddle. Again, Christian Rasmussen, the center. Hank Konzel. Calvin McLean, the guards. Nolan Smith. Axel Starr, the tackles. Chase Countryman. Blake Burnett, the tight ends. Voss handing it off to Ethan Bisgard. His first carry of the night will be a short gain this time. Chiefs were ready for that one, but still gets solid 4 yards out of the play. 2nd and 6, the ball at the Keokuk 26.5. Actually, it's really closer to the 27. The back end of the football looks like it's on the 27. It's going to be a long 6 here. And in fact, they changed it to 2nd and 7 on the scoreboard, so we'll go with that. Trojans trying to keep this opening drive alive, take it down and get on the board right out of the gate. Voss in behind center Christian Rasmussen. Turns, hands it off to Brady Weigel. Brady doesn't get a lot. He gets inside the 25-yard line. And they might actually spot it just short of the 25. It's going to be a third and right at 5.5. So another key third down here. You figure get any kind of yards here. If you don't get the first down, you're going for it on fourth down. So you got 2 downs to get the 5 yards. Just went under 9 minutes here in the first quarter. Pearl Smith Field inside Trojan Stadium. Of course, named in honor of the longtime, very successful football coach, and back then it was called athletic director. Hand that off to, Voss on the keeper. He's going to be sacked. That might change the philosophy here. Nice job by Klaus. Mason Klaus came through on the blitz and nailed Voss in the backfield. They'll spot it at the 30, so it's going to be 4th and 10. And the Trojans are obviously going to go for it, but this will change the play call. Voss again comes over to Coach Jones. Matt tells him what they want to run here. 4th and 10. So Keokuk gets the first key defensive play of this football game. Voss ready for the snap. Dropping back to throw. Fires it down the middle. Got his man. It's a first down. Oh, did it come out? Yeah, incomplete. Blake Burnett had it in his hands, but when he hit the ground, the ball came out. So Keokuk will take over on downs. So almost had the conversion there, but the Chiefs come through with a stop. That big third down sack by Keokuk. So Chiefs will have it on their own 30-yard line to start their initial series of the night. No big plays on that opening possession by the Trojans. Here comes the air attack of Keokuk, led by sophomore quarterback Jaden Burton. He'll, of course, be in the shotgun formation. Does have a running back behind him, but they're going to he's going to run the quarterback keeper. Blake Burnett wraps him up. It's going to be a solid gain of about 8 yards on the first down carry by Jaden Burton. Let's look at their rushing on the season for the Chiefs. I mentioned the quarterback Burton. Their rushing leader is Jared Anderson, a junior, 167 yards on 69 carries. He has one of their 3 rushing touchdowns on the season. Burton hands it off, and that is to Anderson. He'll get close to the first down. Calvin McLean and Tucker Robertson team up on the stop. Let's see how much Burton has run the ball this year. 82 carries, 51 yards, so 0.6 per carry. He does have a rushing touchdown. Jackson Bear, 2 carries, 16 yards. They only had 233 yards rushing on the season, 156 carries, so 1.5 yard per rush. So you can tell they're not a running team for the most part, but they come out with a couple of runs to start this game. First down from their own 41. Burton gets the snap, hands it off to, I believe it was Anderson again. Christian Rasmussen wraps him up right at the line of scrimmage. And it was Anderson on the carry, Jared Anderson. No gain, 2nd and 10. So we might see the first pass on the 4th play by this air raid Keokuk Chiefs team, as they came at us with more rushing than I think Fairfield probably expected, going with the usual 4-man front. Got Axel Starr, Christian Rasmussen, Nolan Smith, and Calvin McLean. 2nd and 10. Burton ready for the snap, gets it, looking left, throws it out that direction. Complete. Boss Richardson on the tackle, but it will be enough for a first down. The catch made by number 17, Chase Smith. One of his favorite targets this season. He has, Kurt Joy has 37 catches, 618 yards. Chase Smith, 16 catches, 325 yards, 8 touchdowns, including a 76-yard play. So that is one of his top targets. Burton swing pass to the right, and it's going to be complete. Jackson Hollander, then helped out by other Trojans, will drive the receiver out of bounds. On that catch was number 3, Kurt Joy. And we'll set up about a 4-yard gain, 2nd and 6. Ball's at the Fairfield 42-yard line. So 2nd and 6 for the Chiefs, their first possession of the night. Again, coming off that first district loss last week against Mount Pleasant, 35-34, where they were ahead late in the game at a pick six of 90 yards, turned it into favor of the Panthers. Jaden Burton, the quarterback, ready for a snap. An option, pitch it to Anderson. Ethan Bisgard got his hands on him, and then other Trojans wrap him up. Blake Burnett, Zandrick Allison, Christian Rasmussen flowing to the ball. Going to bring up 3rd and 2 on the Fairfield, right around the 38-yard line. So here comes a likely 4-down situation for the Chiefs. Chase Countryman checking into the defensive alignment. Blake Burnett is the linebacker. Tucker Robertson, Ethan Bisgard. Here we go, 3rd and 2 for Keokuk. Burton optioning. Going to be tackled for a loss. Tucker Robertson, Axel Starr team up on the stop. It's going to bring up a 4th and 3 as he loses a yard. And now comes a big play for the Keokuk offense. 4th and 3. It's at the Fairfield 39-yard line. Both teams get it, get it across midfield on their opening possession of the night. In case you're wondering about their punter, he averages 29.4. It's Kyler Bielman. But they're going for it on 4th and 3. Burton pump fakes, now rolling to his left, throwing it deep downfield. The ball is going to be deflected by Voss Richardson, broken up. That's actually better than an interception because the ball was at the 10-yard line. Fairfield will take over on downs. 3:34 left in the first quarter. Each team gets a stop of the other on the opening possession. Fairfield will have it on their own 39-yard line. Both teams got some first downs, but after crossing midfield, couldn't keep the drive alive. So let's go Trojan offense. Second time on the field tonight. Voss Richardson with the 3 backs. Tucker Robertson out there now. And Tucker gets the carry going up off right tackle. He spins ahead for about an 8-9 yard gain on the first down carry. Ball be spotted on the Fairfield 47-yard line. Set up a 2nd and 2. So Tucker Robertson, good to see that sophomore being integrated more into the game plan as the season has gone on. He's in the middle of the 3-back set. Ethan Bisgard on his right, Zandrick Allison on his left, so Brady Weigel getting this series off. Hand off to Zandrick Allison. He's got the first down, then some. He goes into the secondary all the way inside the Keokuk 40-yard line. First down, Trojans. So let's see, that'd be about a 14-yard run by Zandrick Allison. And it's first down, Trojans. Ball at the Keokuk 39-yard line. As again, Voss Richardson does not have a shuttle come in with the play from the sideline. They've had him come over to Coach Jones to get the play direct. Gets the snap, hands to, nope, keeping it. Now Voss trying to get outside. He's tackled from behind. The second time tonight, they pretty well hemmed in Voss. Raiden Meyer on the tackle, number 6. It'll be a 2-yard loss on the play, 2nd and 12. So they're doing a nice job of picking up when Voss is keeping the ball, tucking it on his right hip. The Trojans hope to spring somebody here on a 2nd and long. This first quarter is flying along since Keokuk didn't throw the ball a lot in their opening possession, as we're under 2 minutes left in the opening quarter of football action on this Friday night. Voss Richardson ready for the snap. Hands to Ethan Bisgard. Ethan gets away from a couple of tacklers in the backfield. Now he stiff arms a Keokuk player inside the 30. It's going to be a first down, I believe, for the Trojans. All the way to the Chiefs' 27-yard line. First down, Trojans. That's what we needed. So from the 41 to the 27, about a 14-yard run by Ethan Bisgard. We've had 2 14-yard runs on this possession at the Keokuk 27-yard line. First down, Trojans. Voss turns, hands to Ethan. Ethan up the middle, into the secondary. He's on his way. 10, 5, touchdown, Trojans. Touchdown, Ethan Bisgard. 55 seconds left in the first quarter. Fairfield has a touchdown. And that one covered 27 yards, set up by Ethan's 14-yard run right before it. And we'll see what the Trojans are doing, likely going for a 2-point conversion. They've been doing that the last few weeks. 6-0 Fairfield, less than a minute to go in the first quarter. So offense out there. Voss gets the snap, fakes the pitch, now looking to throw. And it's going to be caught by Zandrick Allison. 2 points, Trojans, 8-0 Fairfield. We'll take a 1-minute timeout, be back with the Fairfield kickoff on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
Planning for 2026, smart farmers know the best yields start with the right choices. At Beck's Hybrids, where farmers are art, helping farmers succeed is what makes up the fabric of our culture. Call Brandon Tegler, your Beck's seed dealer serving Southeast Iowa. Get your 2026 seed orders in early and secure the varieties that perform best on your land. 641-919-7526. That's 641-919-7526. Beck's Hybrids, growing successful together.
At Family First Chiropractic, it is our goal to get you and your family as healthy as possible and keep you healthy for the rest of your life. We deliver an elevated level of care for the entire family. We approach healthcare from a holistic view, incorporating multiple chiropractic techniques and physical therapy to ensure that our patients achieve the best results as fast as possible. We believe you deserve the best. A little preventative care now will eliminate pain management in later years. We want our kids to grow and live an active, healthy lifestyle. Get your family checked at Family First Chiropractic.
You're watching Fairfield Trojan football on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
Tenth rushing touchdown of the season by Ethan Bisgard. He had 715 yards rushing coming into the game, averaging 10.5 per carry. It doesn't hurt when you go 14 yards on one play, 27 on the next. That's what, 20 per carry right there. Caden Hazelwood on the kickoff. It floats down inside the 20, picked up by one of the Chiefs' return men. That's number 3, Joy. Cuts across the field to his left, and he's going to be captured by Voss Richardson short of the 45. Got across the 40. So good kickoff return by the Chiefs' deep man, Kurt Joy. 43 seconds left in a fast-moving first quarter. Keokuk will have it 1st and 10 on their own 43-yard line. So great to see the Trojans get on the board first, leading 8-0. Again, that 27-yard touchdown by Ethan Bisgard. And then the 2-point pass, Voss Richardson to Zandrick Allison. Quarterback, Jaden for the Chiefs. And again, they're handing off to Anderson, Jared Anderson. Not a lot of running room there. Jaden Burton, the Keokuk quarterback, just a sophomore. Jared Anderson, the running back. He is a junior, 5'8", 215. So a big running back in the backfield for the Chiefs. That gain of 4, 2nd and 6. Should be the last play of the first quarter, barring an incomplete pass here. Jaden Burton ready for the snap. Throws it to the left, and it's going to be caught. Nice catch. And he goes out of bounds, but nice over-the-shoulder catch by Chase Smith will get the ball inside the Fairfield 25-yard line. And I believe they will start the clock after they set the ball, and that will run out the first quarter. 5 seconds left. Let's see if they wind it here. No, they don't. So apparently out of bounds still keeps the clock stopped. It's at the Fairfield 23-yard line. So the Chiefs get their first big passing play of the night. Jaden Burton down the middle. It's caught. Mason Klaus, he's inside the 10. He's inside the 5. He's in the end zone for a Keokuk touchdown. 23-yard touchdown on the last play of the first quarter. So Jaden Burton to Mason Klaus. And let's see what Keokuk does with the extra point here. They are going for 2 to try to match the Trojans. So Burton in the shotgun. The throw is to the right. It's wide open. Klaus also catches the 2-point pass. So we're tied at 8 at the end of the first quarter. We'll take our quarter break before the Keokuk kickoff. Be back in a minute on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
If you're tired of dropped calls and slow internet, we're here to help. Lisco's the future of fast, reliable communication. Never miss a beat with streaming, gaming, or video calls, whether you're working, playing, or just staying connected. Lisco brings you lightning fast speeds, crystal clear calls, and unbeatable reliability. Switch today and experience the difference. Call me, Samantha, your Lisco sales rep at 641-209-5400. That's 209-5400, or visit us at lisco.com.
Sometimes accidents happen, and when they do, trust Finney Auto Body, Southeast Iowa's collision center specialists for over 40 years. We fix your vehicle the right way. We handle everything from minor fender benders to major repairs. Quality workmanship you can trust because we stand behind our work with a lifetime warranty. Don't let unexpected damage from an accident ruin your travel plans. Get right back on the road like it never happened at Finney Auto Body in Fairfield. Expert collision repair when you need it most. Visit us at FinneyAutoBody.com. And here at Finney Auto Body, we support the Fairfield Trojans.
You're watching Fairfield Trojan football on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
Back for the Keokuk kickoff. Let's see who does that for the Chiefs. I believe it's big number 31. He is a good-sized fella out there. And that is Elliott Fountain. He's a sophomore, 5'10", 160. I guess not as big as what it appeared in my binoculars, but just a sophomore like their quarterback, Jaden Burton. They did a squib kick on the first one to avoid a Fairfield big kickoff return. Let's see if they do that same option here. Squibs it down the middle. Goes off of the Calvin McLean, who picks it up and gets those arms wrapped around the ball and gets it about to the 40-yard line, where the Trojans will have their next possession of the night. So each team got a stop, then each team scored a touchdown. Fairfield's tackle leader on the season is Ethan Bisgard. We'll talk more about that when Fairfield goes back to the defense. 1st and 10 from their own 40-yard line. Again, senior center Christian Rasmussen snapping the ball to junior quarterback Boss Richardson. The other offensive linemen, Hank Conzel, Calvin McLean, the guards, tackles Nolan Smith and Axel Starr. Tight ends, Blake Burnett on the right, Chase Countryman on the left. Behind Boss in the middle, Tucker Robertson. Flanking him, Zandri Gallison on the left, and on the right, Ethan Bisgard. Boss ready for the snap. Hands it off to Tucker Robertson right up the middle. He's in the secondary. Busted all the way inside the Keokuk 45-yard line. So that will take it, 19-yard run by Tucker Robertson. So the Trojans have it first down on the plus side in Keokuk territory. Getting some good runs here on this first half of action. Of course, no wide receivers for the Trojans. And we got the other star, Corbin Starr, at tight end on the left. Handoff, I believe that was Zandrick Allison on the carry short run. Nope. Yeah, it is Zandrick. I saw Ethan Bisgard right there. He was blocking for Zandrick. So it made me question whether or not it was Voss or Zandrick with the ball. But it was Zandrick on that carry. We'll call it a gain of 2 yards, 2nd and 8 facing the Trojans at the Keokuk 39-yard line. Chase Countryman actually brings in the play there. Mentioned the tight end Corbin Starr. That's the sophomore little brother of Axel, 5'10", 155. He's tight end on the left side. Here's Voss handing it off to Brady Weigel. Weigel gets it inside the Keokuk 35-yard line. Of course, Brady, a key part of this Trojan offense. He's just a sophomore. 6 foot 162. Of course, his folks, Superintendent Zach and Julie Weigel. 3rd and about 2 facing the Trojans from the Keokuk 33-yard line. Get the first down here or maybe bust it for a touchdown. That's the goal of the Trojan offense. Brady Weigel, Zandrick Allison on either side of Tucker Robertson. Straight ahead, Voss Richardson on the quarterback sneak. I don't think he got enough for the first down. We'll see as they unpile everybody. It's going to be real close. They might bring out the chains for a measurement here. The referee waves his arms above his head, and that's the case. They're going to take timeout for measurement. Ball is at the Keokuk 32. I think from up here, I'd say he's got it. I think he's got it by about 6 inches. But we'll see how my eyesight is compared to the chains as they bring the sticks out to the west hash marks. Ball is just inside the west hash marks. We're stretching them right now. And it is they say short. I guess it is 4th down. So I was wrong on my field vision. See if there's another quarterback sneak here by Voss in the offense. Chase Countryman brings the play from the sideline. He and Corbin Starr, I believe, are alternating at that left tight end. Here we go, 4th and short. Voss ready for the snap. Hands it off. It's going to be a first down. I think it was Zandrick Allison on the carry. And it's first down at the Keokuk 30, a 4th down conversion. Keeps the drive alive for the Trojans. First and 10 from the Keokuk 30. Game tied at 8. We're coming up on 9 minutes left in the first half. Nice breeze coming into the press box here. Voss gets the snap, tossed to Zandrick Allison. Voss out there as a lead blocker. It's going to be at least a 5-yard gain, I would say. So good job of that offensive line. Yeah, ball spotted at the Keokuk 25, 2nd and 5. Trojans trying to retake the lead. Voss. Yeah, we got an official's timeout. Voss is over here near the west sideline, near the Trojan bench. Didn't know if, looks like he had some maybe equipment issue there. Comes back to the huddle on 2nd and 5. Again, center, Christian Rasmussen, Hank Conzel, Calvin McLean, the guards. Nolan Smith, Axel Starr are the tackles. Voss. Handoff and nothing doing that time. Keokuk shot through and got to Tucker Robertson literally as he took the handoff. One of the few times we've seen penetration for the defense. It'll be a loss of, looks like a couple, back to the 27. So it's going to be 3rd and 7 Trojans on the Keokuk 27-yard line. Of course, you got 2 downs to try to convert here. See what the Trojan offense runs on this play. See our defensive coordinator, Steve Miller, pacing the sidelines. He's at about the 50-yard line. Pretty much several yards from the rest of the players and coaches on the sideline, thinking about the next time Keokuk has the ball. We're going to have a Fairfield timeout, so we'll use it. Be back in a minute with more Trojan football on the Atomo Radio Group YouTube channel.
This is Jeremy with Cranston Family Funeral Home. I want to take a moment and say thank you, not for choosing our funeral home, although we're deeply honored when you do, but for showing up for your neighbors, for supporting small businesses, for standing in line at visitations and hugging people you maybe haven't seen in years. That is what makes our communities feel like home. At Cranston Family Funeral Home, we don't believe in flashy promises. We believe in showing up quietly, respectfully, and doing the work that matters when it matters most. So from our family to yours, thank you. We see you, we are grateful for you, and we'll be here when you need us.
Pick a card, any card. Right now, at Community First Credit Union, save big when you lock in a low intro rate on select credit cards. Choose between our Flex Rewards, Signature Rewards, or Smart Rate cards, and enjoy a low rate for 12 months on purchases and balance transfers. Plus, each card offers perks like no annual fee and easy-to-use digital banking. Get details and apply at c1stcu.com or at NEC First location. Subject to credit approval, federally insured by the NCUA.
Lee Muntz back with you. I'm my on-site producer and director, A.J. Rowe. Anthony, again, on the Atomo Radio Group Facebook page. That's atomoradio.com. I'm talking about your website. atomoradio.com for sports and news from Jefferson County, and he goes on the air with New Country 104.3. Here's the toss on the third down carry. Zandrick Allison going to bring up a 4th and short here. They got it to about the Keokuk 22-yard line. So 2nd, 4th down on this possession for the Trojans. Right at the Chiefs' 22-yard line. Need to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive. Fairfield used the first of 3 timeouts in this first half. Corbin Starr in at the left tight end on this key 4th down snap. Christian Rasmussen, the center, up to the ball. Voss Richardson right behind. Voss goes with Zandrick Allison. He's got the first down. He's got a touchdown. 5, goal line. 6 points, Trojans. 4th and 2, 22-yard touchdown. That's the way you convert a 4th down. Zandrick Allison all the way to the south end zone. And it will be Fairfield trying to make it a 16-8 lead, as we've gone completely away from kicking extra points in this second half of the season. Voss back into the huddle after getting the call from the Fairfield head coach, Matt Jones. So the ball's at the 2-yard line. They toss it to Zandrick. He's going to throw a halfback pass. It's going to work. Zandrick to Brady Weigel for the 2-point conversion. First time we've seen that. Halfback pass for the 2-point conversion. 16-8 Trojans. Back in a minute with the Fairfield kickoff on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
Need electrical work done right? Livewire Electric is Southeast Iowa's premier electrical contractor, serving Jefferson County and nearby areas. From home wiring upgrades to all your electrical needs, call Rod at 641-472-4853. Livewire Electric, powering your home safely. Give your house a facelift. Quality garage doors that make a difference. Call 641-209-9948 for your free estimate on a new garage door. Open and close your day with Straight Up Doors of Fairfield.
Shopping for a quality used car? Check out the inventory at Smithburg Automotive's lot at 1503 West Burlington Avenue in Fairfield. Need repairs? They've got you covered at the South 23rd Street location. Call 641-472-2454 or visit smithburgs.com. Need quality used parts? Head to Smitty's Auto Recycling on West Grimes in Fairfield. They've got fresh inventory arriving all the time. Selling parts or have a wrecked vehicle? They buy unwanted cars too. Call 472-4200 or stop by to see what's new in the yard.
Telling AJ, I like that. A little trickery there. Zandrick Allison, halfback pass to Brady Weigel, gets the 2-point conversion. Caden Hazelwood, not Hayden Hazelwood. I flipped the first letter of his names there, but Caden ready to kick off for the Trojans. Again, he's been taking over the last several weeks, just a junior. Caden. Ball falls off the tee. Just a little bit of a breeze, not moving the flag much at the south end of Trojan Stadium. Of course, the flagpole is up on top of the hill, so out of the bowl Hazelwood. Now it looks like they're going to hold it, yeah. Chase Countryman going to put his finger on the football and squibbed up the middle. Taken by an up back for the Chiefs. And he was hit by Ethan Bisgard, taken to the ground. Number 9 on the return is Nova Manley, a senior, 6'2", 190-pound tight end / linebacker. And Chiefs will have it with 6:39 remaining in the first half. Their first possession of the second quarter, of course, they scored their only touchdown on the last play of the first quarter. Chiefs will have it first down on their own 41-yard line. Trojans on top, 16-8. Jaden Burton, the quarterback for Keokuk. Jared Anderson, the running back behind him. And they fake it to Anderson. Burton rolling to his right, sophomore quarterback. He's going to pull it down. Run out of bounds by Ethan Bisgard at around the 44-yard line, so gain of 3. We'll set up a 2nd and 7. Actually, they end up spotting the ball at the 45-yard line, so give him 4, 2nd and 6. Clock stopped as he went out of bounds, and I was thinking the high school rule had changed on starting the clock even when they went out of bounds, but apparently it is not the case. Jaden Burton, quarterback, ready for the snap. Anderson behind him and to the left. Burton looks to his right, throwing downfield. Good defense there by Jackson Hollander on Kurt Joy, the intended receiver. It'll bring up a 3rd and 6 for Keokuk. Neither team has punted the ball here in the first half. Fairfield loved to force Keokuk into that situation on this set of downs. 3rd and 6. Ball at the Keokuk 45-yard line. I would say if they don't get anything on this play, a punt is a very likely situation. Burton throws it to his right. The receiver got away from Blake Burnett. Voss Richardson will, and he fumbled it. Fairfield's got it. The Trojans recover the fumble. Nolan Smith, that's appropriate. He had an interception taken away by a bad call earlier this season, and now he gets a big fumble recovery for the Trojan defense. Talked to his dad, Colin, up here in the press box before the game, and he said, yeah, we can hopefully get some takeaways tonight, and darned if his son doesn't come through with a big fumble recovery. Fairfield on their own 42-yard line. So Nolan's first takeaway in his senior season. The other one was nullified by roughing the passer that the state said should not have been called. But it was, and it took it away from him. And not only the interception, but took it from the Fairfield 20 to the Centerville 30-yard line. And I said he was needing oxygen after that return. Here's the handoff to, Voss on the throw. Complete. Pass to Blake Burnett, the tight end. Be a short gain on the play. Might only get a couple, but still a completed pass for Voss to Blake Burnett. They spot the ball at the 44, so it's a gain of 2. So, 2-yard pass for Voss to Blake. 2nd and 8 Trojans. 6:11 left in the first half as the clock stopped on that pass completion and the receiver going out of bounds. Voss gets the snap, hands to Brady Weigel. Going to the left. He gets across the 45-yard line, only a gain of a couple. So they're going to bring up a 3rd and 6 here facing the Trojans. Van Buren County not playing tonight, got a forfeit from New London. Had Mark Denny, my friend down in Bonaparte, former co-worker at Fairfield Radio, and they own the Memphis radio station for quite a while. And he was asking me about that. Win by forfeit, and if the right thing happens, Van Buren County will be in the playoffs. 3rd and 6 Trojan offense. Voss Richardson hands it up the middle. Ethan Bisgard got the first down. Converts on a 3rd and 6 to the Keokuk 41-yard line. It's about a 13-yard gain there. So first down Trojans on the Keokuk 41-yard line. Boy, a 8-point possession here would be great. 5 minutes right now left in the second quarter. First half has been going fast because even Keokuk's been running the ball more than we expected. Trojans have maybe thrown a little bit more than Keokuk expected. Here's Brady Weigel on the carry. He's got running room. Cuts it back in the middle. He's inside the Chiefs' 30-yard line. First down, Trojans. Coming at him with right jab, left jab, and then an uppercut. Trojans have another first down. We have got a Keokuk timeout. They want to talk about this. Back in a minute with another Trojan first down play on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
Dr. Matt here. Looking for complete dental care for your entire family? At Fairfield Dental Clinic in Fairfield, that's exactly what we provide.
Dr. Pat here. We pride ourselves on delivering comprehensive care from routine cleanings to advanced procedures. At Fairfield Dental Clinic, we're committed to creating healthy smiles in a comfortable, caring environment.
We live here, we work here, and we're proud to care for generations of families from Fairfield and the surrounding area. Call today for an appointment. Fairfield Dental Clinic. Complete dental care for your entire family. Your neighbors, your dentists, your smile.
For those shaping the future of Fairfield, Southern Iowa Ready Mix is your trusted partners. With every pour, they're committed to quality, durability, and the satisfaction of watching your vision take form. From the smallest patio to the largest development, they deliver more than materials, they deliver possibilities. Visit SouthernIowaRM.com and lay the groundwork for structures that stand the test of time. Because at Southern Iowa Ready Mix of Fairfield, they believe in building a legacy one mix at a time.
Back here at Trojan Stadium on Pearl Smith Field. First down Trojans at the Keokuk 28-yard line. Center Christian Rasmussen up to the football. Boss Richardson in behind a quarterback. Brady Weigels, Andrew Callison, Ethan Bisgard in the backfield. Boss looking to throw. Tosses it to the right. It's incomplete. Close to an interception there by the Chiefs' number 12. That is Antonio Crockett. It'll bring up a 2nd and 10 Trojans. Of course, when you can run the ball for 10 yards occasionally, you can afford to throw the ball on first down even if it is an incomplete pass. So each team has used one of their 3 timeouts here in the first half. We got 4:34 on the clock, stopped on that incomplete pass. Boss ready for the snap. Toss to Brady Weigel. Brady in behind the left side of the line, gets it inside the Chiefs' 25-yard line. Going to bring up a 3rd and about, call it a 6 situation here. Ball on the Keokuk 24-yard line. Got to get to the 18 for a first down. Chase Countryman brings the play in from head coach Matt Jones. Passes it along to Voss Richardson, and he'll pass it along to the offensive huddle. Again, tackles Nolan Smith, Axel Starr, guards Hank Konzel, Calvin McLean, center Christian Rasmussen. Voss tossing to Zandra, going to halfback pass again. It's incomplete this time. That's the play that worked for the 2-point conversion. Zandrick trying to throw it to Brady Weigel. It'll set up a 4th and 6. First time we had shown that was on the 2-point conversion. It worked so well, thought why not go for it again? And obviously knew you had 2 plays to get it. On 3rd and 6, now 4th and 6, so got to convert here or Keokuk will get the ball back. Under 4 minutes left in the first half. Trojans on top 16-8. Corbin Starr checks in with the play. He'll be the tight end on the left, to the right Blake Burnett. Brady Weigels, Andrew Allison on either side of middle back Ethan Bisgard. Voss hands it to Zandrick. And he's not going to get it. Well, he spun it forward, but he's just right at the 20. So Keokuk will take over on downs. So the Chiefs will have the ball, and let's see what they do from their own 20-yard line. 3:42 left in the first half. The Trojans used about almost 3 minutes off the clock. Well, each team has had some stops here in the first half. Trojans the takeaway on the fumble recovery by Nolan Smith. Again, sophomore quarterback Jaden Burton for Keokuk. Jared Anderson, the running back, is behind him a couple of steps. Gets the snap, looking right, throws it, and it's incomplete. Way over through the intended receiver. Looked like he broke off his route, Kurt Joy. The pass went about 15, 20 yards beyond him. 2nd and 10. Of course, the clock stops on my time, 3:37. And you say that, why is that my time? Write it down, 3:37, especially a block style, and then turn it over, and you'll see Lee. You're welcome. I said, it's my time twice a day. I generally see one, but not the other. Burton ready for the snap. Looking right again. Pass is caught by Mason Klaus. Ethan Bisgard spins him to the ground for no gain. Or check that. I was looking at the wrong yardstick. It was closer to the first down stick. So it'll be about an 8-9 yard gain. I wish it was the way I was seeing it. But no, it was downfield about 9 yards. 3rd and 1 for Keokuk. On the next snap, we'll be right around 3 minutes left in the first half. It's a big 3rd and short for the Chiefs. Be a big gamble to go for it if they don't get it on this play. Burton is going to run it, and he's going to get the first down. Ethan Bisgard made the tackle, but he'll get it ahead of the stick to get the first down. So Chiefs keep the drive alive. Axel Starr checking into the defensive line for Nolan Smith. Going to give Nolan a break here. Axel will join Kristen Rasmussen. Chase Countryman, Calvin McLean up on that D line. Linebackers, you got Blake Burnett, Tucker Robertson in the middle, Ethan Bisgard. Blake is on the right, Ethan on the left as they face the offense. Here's Burton looking to throw. Now he's going to get sacked. Yes, sir. Got him in the backfield. A Trojan meeting at the quarterback. You had Axel Starr, Chase Countryman, Calvin McLean, Christian Rasmussen. A gang tackle for a loss. And a big sack because it gets it to a 2nd and about 20. Ball is back to the Keokuk 23-yard line, so they lose 10 on that sack. Jaden Burton ready for the snap. Of course, when you throw the ball, you think you can overcome that. Here's a wide receiver screen. Kurt Joy escaped the first tackle, but not the second, and the clock will keep running. Taken out of bounds by Ethan Bisgard. Jackson Hollander was also over there defensively. Clock is down to 1:40 left in the half. It's going to be 3rd and very long for the Chiefs on their own 25-yard line. They've got to get it to their own 43, so 3rd and 18. Let's go defense. How about a pick 6 here? Chiefs threw one last week. We'd take one this week. Burton dropping back, looking to his right, rolling out there. He's going to go out of bounds. That helps the Trojans. That'll stop the clock with 1:15 left in the first half, and they're going to be in a punting situation here. First punt of the night expected here. I mentioned earlier their punter, not a big average. Kyler Bielman, just 29.4. Of course, you got Ethan Bisgard. He's a threat to go all the way. Snap a little high. Bielman gets it. This short punt. It takes a Keokuk roll inside the Fairfield 30 to about the 26-yard line. So Fairfield will have 1:04. I would say you're probably going to be not real wide open with the offense. But yeah, I'll tell you, these Trojans, any one of these players can break a play to go the distance. That's the nice thing when you got those 3 backs that are all quick and elusive. We'll see who they put out there for this last 64 seconds of the first half. My halftime guest, Jared Belzer, is up here behind me, ready to talk Fairfield cross country at halftime. They've got the state qualifying meet this upcoming Wednesday at Pala. Heading up to Pella for that. All right, let's see what the Trojans do here. Ethan Bisgard, the middle back. Brady Weigel, Zandrick Allison on the right and left respectively. Here's the handoff to Zandrick. He'll be tackled for a loss. Just hang on to the ball, Zandrick. He'll get a yard out of it. Now, Keokuk does have 2 timeouts, but I think they probably will use one if they get Fairfield gets no gain on this play. But it's going to be under 40 seconds. Fairfield's going to milk the clock here. Got 25 seconds on the play clock. We can get this down to about 15 seconds in the first half. The Trojans are very content to be ahead 16-8 at the half. So got 12 seconds, 10 seconds now. So Boss Richardson has that play clock at the south end. He does go ahead and get the snap. Hands it off. Oh, it's going up the middle. Here's that play I talked about, Ethan Bisgard. He's across the 50. He's tripped up at the Keokuk, about 34-yard line. Fairfield will use a timeout, I bet you. From the 27-yard line to the Keokuk 29. So 23 and 21, 44-yard run by Ethan Bisgard. Timeout, Fairfield. So Ethan comes through. Like I said, when we got those backs that are a threat to go the distance, that's what can happen. And now you start thinking you got 2-3 plays to take a shot at the end zone. We'll keep it here. Let's mention all of our Trojan sponsors, including Community First Credit Union, because together is better. Check out cfirstcreditunion.com. Fairfield Dental Clinic, West Adams and Fairfield for all your family dental care needs. Smithburg Automotive and Smitty's Auto and Recycling for vehicle maintenance, rental, vehicle sales, and auto recycling. Livewire Electric and Straight Up Doors, West Grimes and Fairfield. Start and end your day with a garage door from Straight Up Doors and Livewire Electric as well. Southern Iowa Ready Mix. See them at southerniowาร.com. Cranston Family Funeral in Fairfield and Keokuk, along with the Irish Ridge Cremation. Check them out, CranstonFamilyFuneralHome.com. Jefferson County Health Center cares. You can count on that's what they do. Lisco, your fiber optic experts. Call 209-5400. Brandon Taglar, your Beck Seed dealer serving Southeast Iowa. Brandon is on Facebook, 919-7526. We'll get to the rest after this. 1st and 10 play from the Keokuk 29-yard line. Boss ready for the snap from Christian Rasmussen in the shotgun. Looking left. Tosses it that direction. Got Ethan Bisgard. Got a 1st and goal. He works it loose. Touchdown, Trojans! 4 seconds left in the first half. That is huge, folks. So after the Ethan long run, very appropriate, he catches the pass from Boss Richardson. How about that? You think the Trojans are running out the clock, and they hit the home run. 2-point conversion coming up to try to make it 24-8 with 4 seconds left in the first half. Corbin Starr brings in the play from the sideline. Last 2-point conversion was a pass, but not from Boss Richardson. Went from Zandrick Allison to Brady Weigel. I got a feeling we're going to run it on this, but hey, who am I to say? Yeah, it's a pass. Boss Richardson rolling right. Throws it. Caught. 2 points. Oh, no, ball was dropped. The official behind was saying it was good. Blake Burnett had to go off his chest and land on the turf. So, Trojans will settle for a 22-8 lead with, again, 4 seconds left in the half. Been a good first half for the Trojan offense and the defense too. You know, this is a Keokuk team that put 34 on the board last week against Mount Pleasant and has only been held below 20, I think, maybe twice this season. They beat Mediapolis 27-14. That's a common opponent. So a Fairfield kickoff, and if it's anything but a squib, I'm going to be shocked. 4 seconds to run out before we get to halftime. Oh, the rest of those sponsors left off at Brandon Taglar. Let's go back to Roto-Rooter, Gateway Drive in Ottumwa, serving Ottumwa, Fairfield, and the surrounding area. Emergency service available 24/7. That includes nights, holidays, and weekends. Family First Chiropractic, West 2nd Street in Ottumwa. Innovative holistic care for the entire family. Multiple chiropractic techniques and physiotherapy. Packwood Locker and Meats. Visit them at packwoodlockerandmeats.com. Beaner Funeral and Crematory, South Main and Fairfield with Scott and Rachel Brown. Finney Auto Body, where they take the dents out of accidents. Larry and Paula Angstead. And our halftime recap sponsor, Leo's Pizza and Grill, Burlington Avenue, just west of 6th and Burlington. All right, Caden Hazelwood, his assignment, make sure the Chiefs can't return this thing. So I expect a ground ball up the middle. And it is. And it will be handled by Kurt Joy for the Chiefs. Just keep him from busting it loose, and that will end the first half as he's tackled at about the 35-36 yard line. Halftime has arrived. Trojans on top, 22-8. We'll recap the first half, brought to you by Leo's Pizza and Grill on our Banner Fairfield halftime show, and talk to Jared Belzer about Fairfield Cross Country when we come back in 3 minutes as you listen and watch the Fairfield Trojans on the Ottumwa Radio Group YouTube channel and Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
We care. At Jefferson County Health Center, it's the little things that make a big difference. We believe every patient deserves to feel safe and comforted, no matter what brings them here. We strive to turn fear into comfort. We are committed to ensuring every patient feels informed, supported, and truly cared for.
Jefferson County Health Center, care you can count on. It's what we do.
Planning for 2026, smart farmers know the best yields start with the right choices. At Beck's Hybrids, where farmers are art, helping farmers succeed is what makes up the fabric of our culture. Call Brandon Tegler, your Beck's seed dealer serving Southeast Iowa. Get your 2026 seed orders in early and secure the varieties that perform best on your land. 641-919-7526. That's 641-919-7526. Beck's Hybrids, growing successful together.
If you're tired of dropped calls and slow internet, we're here to help. Lisco's the future of fast, reliable communication. Never miss a beat with streaming, gaming, or video calls, whether you're working, playing, or just staying connected. Lisco brings you lightning fast speeds, crystal clear calls, and unbeatable reliability. Switch today and experience the difference. Call me, Samantha, your Lisco sales rep at 641-209-5400. That's 209-5400, or visit us at lisco.com.
Pick a card, any card. Right now, at Community First Credit Union, save big when you lock in a low intro rate on select credit cards. Choose between our Flex Rewards, Signature Rewards, or Smart Rate cards, and enjoy a low rate for 12 months on purchases and balance transfers. Plus, each card offers perks like no annual fee and easy-to-use digital banking. Get details and apply at c1stcu.com or at NEC First location. Subject to credit approval, federally insured by the NCUA.
There's nothing quite like Friday Night Lights to bring a community together. This is Scott with Beener Funeral Home in Fairfield, and we believe in the strength of a community. My wife Rachel and I grew up in Van Buren County and are proud to serve this community we call home. From monument sales, pre-planning, and creating unique celebrations of life, we invite you to experience the Beener difference where we put families and community first. Beener Funeral Home, serving Van Buren County and all of Southeast Iowa, and proud supporter of Van Buren County sports.
Dr. Matt here. Looking for complete dental care for your entire family? At Fairfield Dental Clinic in Fairfield, that's exactly what we provide.
Dr. Pat here. We pride ourselves on delivering comprehensive care from routine cleanings to advanced procedures. At Fairfield Dental Clinic, we're committed to creating healthy smiles in a comfortable, caring environment.
We live here, we work here, and we're proud to care for generations of families from Fairfield and the surrounding area. Call today for an appointment. Fairfield Dental Clinic. Complete dental care for your entire family, your neighbors, your dentists, your smile.
You're watching Fairfield Trojan football on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Before we get to the Leo's Pizza and Grill recap of the first half, let's talk to our halftime guest, Jared Belzer. 18th season coaching cross country.
Hard to believe, Lee.
That is, I mean, did you start when you were 10?
Right, yeah, I wish.
But no, that's just, I just looked at that. When you said that, I said 8, I could have believed 12 even, but 18 is just unreal. So we were talking about, it's kind of been a retooling, rebuilding year, if you will, in cross country for the team, but just talk about how it's gone. The conference meet was last Thursday at Mount Pleasant. Just kind of give us an overview.
I don't know if you have rebuilding years, but it's kind of felt like that for us. A lot of young kids, a really big sophomore class. So just a lot of progress this year, I guess. It seems like every meet that we went out, we had 7, 8, 9 kids that were running PRs and season best. So it was really good to see those kids progress. from last year to this year, and then obviously from the beginning of the season to the end of the season. And again, a lot of young kids, so really feels like setting ourselves up for the future with this young class, and then a couple really nice middle school groups coming in over the next couple years.
Future looking bright.
Absolutely.
That's a good thing.
Absolutely.
And I told you I talked to Naomi Steamsma, a sophomore on your team. She goes to church with me at First Baptist, and I said, when I asked her about like the meet at Mount Pleasant, said, how was your time compared to last year? Improved by 2 minutes. I said, that's a great thing. No matter what you place as an individual, you've got those benchmarks, if you will.
That's the great thing about cross country, you know. Obviously, we want to get to a place here in the next year or two where we're more competitive team-wise, but it's a sport where you can go out, and if you work hard, you can go out and you can see the fruits of your labor.
Exactly.
So we had so many kids that kind of had that story this year. It seemed like every single week they were making huge improvements. Again, our returners making huge improvements from last year to this year. And then those freshmen, those sophomores meet making big strides. So that's fun to see.
You have 2 seniors on the girls' team, one with a familiar last name, Bailey Belzer. You claim her most of the time.
Yes.
you and Courtney. And then Caroline Van Pelt. I know Caroline's been kind of one of your top runners each meet, right?
Yeah, she has. Just 2 great seniors, 2 great leaders for us. Caroline's been right up there, and she's she's a young lady who early in her career, she fought through a lot of injuries. So somebody I'm really proud of the way that she's stuck it out and continue to battle and make herself better. But really, really good leaders there on the girls' side for us.
And then Bailey surprised mom and dad with their future decision. Tell us about that.
Yeah, going to the National Guard. So she's signed already, so there's no backing out of it now. She's in, and she'll head off to basic training next summer. So very, very proud of her for many reasons.
Yeah, if she doesn't report, then she goes to the brig.
That's right. That's right.
And then the rest of the team, sophomores, we mentioned Naomi, Alex Jo Stewart, Anna McAman, my neighbor, and Kensley Fligg. So obviously you got most of the team coming back except those 2 seniors. Then the 8th graders, of course, they'll be varsity next year as freshmen. How many are in that group?
I think there's just 2 8th grade girls, but 2 very talented 8th grade girls are going to be joining us next year. Our 2 top middle school runners off a really solid girls team. So we're excited to put them in the mix, and they're runners that Coach Seeley and I feel like from day one they're going to step in and just be step for step with the rest of that crew.
Great. You mentioned Troy, of course. Troy Seeley, your assistant coach. Let's talk about the boys and mention the seniors.
Yeah, Clay Cass, another captain for us, another young man who's worked extremely hard for us. Xavier Kessel and Drew Myers are our 3 senior boys. So just all around, just great kids, and that's one of the great things about cross country is just high character kids. Every single year, but they've really been good for this young group to show them how to do things and to take these young guys underneath their wing and kind of show them how we do things and the standards that we have and the expectations that we have in our program.
Junior, I think John Miller has been maybe your number 1 runner this season.
Yeah, John and Bryce have kind of been right up there at the top for us.
Bryce Boatwright.
Bryce Boatwright. Yeah. So a couple juniors that I think are going to take big step forwards again next year. But we've got guys like Elijah Hamilton and Jordan Miller who are just freshmen. Who have really impressed me this year with how they've filled in for us. Aaron Wellness is another sophomore that's run a lot of varsity meets for us. And then, just go down the list, and it's guys that meet in and meet out have just improved so much from last year and from the beginning of the season. So I really appreciate the work that they put in. And again, sometimes it's kind of hard to see that in a sport like cross country where you're competing with a lot of other teams, and so you're not necessarily winning the meet or finishing first, but there's still a lot of positives. There's still a lot of gains being recognized there.
You've been assigned to Pella next Wednesday, 4 o'clock for the girls and boys at about 4:30.
4:40, yep. 4:40 for the boys.
4:40.
So we're excited. We get to go back to the central course there in Pella. Great course. These kids have never run at. It's been a few years since I've taken a team to that course. But yeah, obviously a lot of quality teams. You got Pella, you've got CCA, ADM, Xavier. Yeah, a lot of quality teams, but that's, it's that way everywhere. You're gonna run into quality teams and a lot of quality individuals. So, where we're at right now, we're looking at, hey, we want to finish the season on a high note. We want to go out and we really just want to run season best times is a big goal for us. So go out there and be competitive and put it all out there and be able to step back and appreciate the season that we've had.
Give it their best run,
That's
so to
right.
speak. You
Absolutely.
betcha. On a personal note, of course, you had been girls basketball coach last season.
Yep.
Decided to give it up because of a change in your working situation in the school district. Just talk about that decision. And I know it was hard because you were planning to go long-term on girls basketball, but the opportunity came along, and talk about that.
Yeah, hard decision, only being there 1 year. I'm not the kind of person that likes to do things 1 year and then move on, but opportunity was open for me to move to the high school, and we've got a new athletic performance program that we've started here at Fairfield, where we've got all of our student athletes getting strength training during the day. So I was honored that Mr. Weigel and Mr. Corwright and Mrs. Mann asked me to move over here and to be a part of that program, and that's something that
was unexpected.
It was unexpected. It was something that, but it benefits all of our kids.
Sure.
It benefits every program that we have here at FHS. So it's gone better than I could have expected. It's been really good. So again, hard to step away from basketball after 1 year, but the program's in good hands, and I'm happy to do a little bit of kind of behind the scenes work, I guess, and try to help these kids just become better athletes overall.
Exactly, and that, like you say, building just better athletes throughout the district and throughout all of our sports.
Yep.
And you mentioned, of course, in good hands, Brian Witzenberg is second go-round as girls head coach, and he'll be assisted by Destiny Gridley and Shay Drish coming back.
Yeah. A couple of young ladies that I coached in different sports, and obviously I had them in school coming up. Awesome to see. I guess they're not kids. Awesome to have former students that moved back to the district, and the program's in great hands, and there's a lot of really good returners coming back. So I fully expect them to take a really big step forward this year. We did a lot of positive things last year, and I know the girls are excited to build on that this year.
Bet. Jared, appreciate you coming up.
Appreciate you, Lee. Thank you, sir.
You betcha. Jared Belzer, head coach of Fairfield High School cross country, boys and girls. I remember as one of his predecessors, Roger McCone, and we lost him in the last couple of years, which pass along my condolences to Diane, Lori, and Lynette, the whole family. But Roger was a good guy to follow in the footsteps. Huh?
He absolutely was. Knew him for just a few years, but got to coach with him for my first couple of years here. Just a fantastic guy.
And of course, Doe's Ron Hunter-Doss.
And Ron Hunter-Doss.
50 years coaching this last year.
Yeah, that's right.
Crazy.
So, not sure I'll be around that long. But
we only got 32 more.
That's right. That's right.
Thanks, Jared.
Thank you.
You bet. Jared Belzer. And we'll take a 1-minute timeout. Be back with our Leo's Pizza and Grill halftime recap. Trojans on top 22-8 here at halftime over Keokuk. Back in a minute on the Atomo Radio Group YouTube channel.
Shopping for a quality used car? Check out the inventory at Smithburg Automotive Lot at 1503 West Burlington Avenue in Fairfield. Need repairs? They've got you covered at the South 23rd Street location. Call 641-472-2454 or visit smithburgs.com. Need quality used parts? Head to Smitty's Auto Recycling on West Grimes in Fairfield. They've got fresh inventory arriving all the time. Selling parts or have a wrecked vehicle? They buy unwanted cars too. Call 472-4200 or stop by to see what's new in the yard.
Need electrical work done right? Livewire Electric is Southeast Iowa's premier electrical contractor, serving Jefferson County and nearby areas. From home wiring upgrades to all your electrical needs, call Rod at 641-472-4853. Livewire Electric, powering your home safely. Give your house a facelift. quality garage doors that make a difference. Call 641-209-9948 for your free estimate on a new garage door. Open and close your day with Straight Up Doors of Fairfield.
You're watching Fairfield Trojan football on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
Back here at halftime, and we're a couple of minutes away from the start of the second half. To do the half recap real quick, each team went on downs on their opening possessions. Fairfield had the ball to start the game, turned it over at the Keokuk 30-yard line. Chiefs turned it over to Fairfield at the Trojan 39-yard line. 3:34 left in the first quarter. Had a couple of 14-yard runs, Zandrick Allison and Ethan Bisgard. And right after that Ethan 14-yard run, he took it 27 yards to the end zone. 55 seconds left in the first quarter. Boss Richardson, 2-point pass to Zandrick Allison. Trojans up 8-0. Keokuk had the ball at their own 43 on the ensuing possession. 43 seconds left in the half, and they scored as the first quarter ran out. A 23-yard touchdown pass, Jaden Burton to Mason Klaus. 2-point pass, same combination, so we were tied at 8 with the second quarter getting underway. Fairfield got the ball at their own 40 to start the next possession. Got a 19-yard run from Tucker Robertson, took it to the Keokuk 41. Had a fourth down conversion. They got it to the Keokuk 30. Then on 4th and 2, a 22-yard touchdown. That was a 22-yard touchdown run by Zandrick Allison. 2-point pass from Zandrick Allison to Brady Weigel. That's right, a halfback pass. 16-8 Trojans, 6:45 left in the first half. Keokuk turned it over when Nolan Smith got a fumble recovery at the Fairfield 42-yard line, 6:17 away from halftime. Fairfield would turn it over on downs, and then Keokuk got the ball at their own 20-yard line. They ended up punting the ball. Fairfield took over at their own 26. So let me mark down that was a Keokuk punt, the only punt of the first half. Fairfield, their own 26, 1:04 left in the half. You think they're going to run out the clock? Well, they get a 44-yard run from Ethan Bisgard to the Keokuk 29. Next play, a 29-yard touchdown pass. Voss Richardson to Ethan Bisgard. 2-point pass incomplete. 4 seconds away from halftime. Fairfield up 22-8, and that's where we stand here at halftime. Again, that recap brought to you by Leo's Pizza and Grill, just west of 6th and Burlington on Burlington Avenue. Quickly, first half, Solon leading Mount Pleasant, 21-0 winner. That takes this district, including Fairfield and Keokuk. Washington on top of Fort Madison second quarter, 28-7. West Delaware leading Benton Community, 21-0 in the second quarter. Second-ranked West Delaware, number 10 Benton. No report on Centerville PCM or Mediapolis Central Lee. Williamsburg rolling over Knoxville, 48-0. Third quarter, Pekin leading Columbus Junction 36-7. Of course, Pekin already pretty much assured of their district championship. They want to complete an 8-0 regular season. And, of course, for the classes 2A and below, they start the playoffs next Friday. Sigourney Kyoto rolling over Cardinal 42-0 in the third. Third quarter, South Tama with a 4-3 record leading Davis County 33-14. And, of course, Van Buren County, no game this week, got a forfeit from New London. So that's the other games of interest here as we get set to start the second half. Fairfield will be kicking off with Caden Hazelwood, and the Chiefs will get their hands on the ball to start the second half. All right, I got all my papers off to the side here. Back deep to receive for Keokuk. Kurt Joy is on one side, number 3, and on the other side, number 12. That is Antonio Crockett. So far, neither team has kicked the ball deep. This one is squibbed to the 30-yard line, picked up by number 4, and he'll be spun around and brought down. Ethan Bisgard, Corbin Starr, also Brady Weigel on that stop. So Keokuk with the ball to start the third quarter. 11:55 on the clock. It'll be from their own 43-yard line. Again, sophomore quarterback for the Chiefs, Jaden Burton. Jared Anderson, the running back behind him. They ran the ball a lot in the first half. We're probably going to see him open up. Here's Anderson, first down carry. Straight ahead. Wrapped up by Axel Starr, Zandri Gallison also helping on the tackle. Gain of 5, 2nd and 5 for the Chiefs. Trojans trying to take this 2nd district win. Host Mount Pleasant next Friday night. And with wins in those 2 games, possible Fairfield could get a playoff spot, but I guess head-to-head is not the ultimate tiebreaker in a lot of situations. Here's Burton. He hands it off to Anderson. Anderson going to get the first down the way it's looking from the spot across the field. Blake Burnett, Brady Weigel, Zandri Gallison on the tackle, but first down Chiefs on their own 49-yard line, so about to go into plus territory with any kind of a 2 or more yard gain on this first down carry. Chiefs go with 2 receivers each side of the formation. Been the shotgun throughout throughout this football game. Jaden Burton goes toss to Jared Anderson. And he gets a nice run, driven out of bounds by Jackson Hollander. It will be about a 7-8 yard gain on the play. Not a lot of flags in the first half. I don't remember a penalty, as a matter of fact. That's a rarity. So the ball is at the Fairfield 44-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 3 for Keokuk. My second Keokuk of the night versus Keokuk. Heard it pronounced both ways. My dad, a dentist, when I grew up in Keokuk, he said Keokuk. Klaus in motion. Here's the handoff to Anderson. Jared Anderson, running room up the middle. Tackle by Tucker Robertson and Ethan Visgard. I mentioned Trojan tackle leaders on the season. Ethan is far and away the leader. I go back here on my Fairfield stats. Ethan has 47 tackles. Tucker Robertson 42, 35.5 from Zandri Gallison. And then next highest looks like 21.5 from Calvin McLean. 1st and 10 Keokuk on the Fairfield 37-yard line. Anderson gets the handoff. Tucker Robertson trying to get him down as he drags the would-be tackler for a first down. So Keokuk coming out running the ball effectively on this opening drive of the 3rd quarter. Fairfield volleyball. Senior night last night swept Albia 3 straight games or sets. Open the tournament trail at West Liberty this coming Tuesday night. Tough draw there, but they have faced them in a tournament this year. Here's Burton on the quarterback keeper, runs to the right. He'll have close to another Keokuk first down. Look like Ethan Visgard. Where's that Jackson? Jackson Hollander on the tackle. But there's another Keokuk first down there. Getting about 10 yards on each carry here in the start of the 3rd quarter. Of course, Fairfield expecting the passing attack of the Chiefs. Got to still be concerned about that. Sophomore quarterback Jaden Burton looks over at the sideline as he calls out the signals. Again, Chiefs head coach Marvin McNutt, former Hawkeye standout, and went on to play professionally. Here's our first flag of the game. It's going to be a false start on the Chiefs. Back them up 5, 1st and 15. Ball is at the Fairfield 15-yard line, so they were in the red zone. Now they're going to be at the edge of the red zone, back to the Fairfield 20-yard line. The first penalty that I recall in the game. Oh, Centerville was beating PCM 20-0 in the 2nd quarter. That'd be an upset. 2nd-ranked PCM, number 5 Centerville. Big Reds, of course, were fortunate to come out of Trojan Stadium with the win at Fairfield earlier this season. Some would say helped in that game by the black and white stripes. 1st and 15 for Keokuk. Jaden Burton going to throw it here. Looks to his right, going deep, and it is knocked away by Jackson Hollander. Good defense on Kurt Joy. He was step for step with him, and we have a flag at the end of the play here. It was after the pass was incomplete, thrown by the referee. Personal foul on each team, so offsetting personal fouls. So it must have been a little skirmish there after the pass was thrown. So the down will count, so it'll be 2nd and 15. So a dead ball, personal foul on each team. Of course, the coaches get the information as far as which players were involved. Clock has stopped, 8:49 left in the third quarter. Trojans 22, Chiefs 8. Fairfield trying to get that second district win. Like to close with 3 straight after winning at Fort Madison last Friday. Of course, open district play with the highly ranked district favorite Solon. Here goes Burton dropping back. Now he throws the ball into the ground. He was hit as he threw, so I think that'll keep it from being intentional grounding there. The setup at 3rd and 15 for Keokuk at the Fairfield 20-yard line. So 4 down territory here. Let's see if Keokuk's tried any field goals. I believe they have. Go back to my stats here. All right, Chiefs kicking. Let's see, they're 0 for 1. They've only tried 1 field goal this season, so I've got a feeling that probably was pretty close in. So it's 4 down territory here, 3rd and 15. Jaden Burton, sophomore quarterback, gets the snap. Now he gets pressured, runs toward the backfield. Now he's got a lot of running room. He's going to get it inside the 10, and he's going to get inside the 5. He's going to go for a touchdown. So 3rd and 15. Burton gets a 20-yard touchdown run. Well, we almost had him for a sack, but he got away, and a lot of running room. So Fairfield had him 3rd and long, but credit to Burton, kept the play alive, was able to go to his left, and then a lot of running room out there. He was hit inside the 10, but he kept his legs moving and managed to get it across the goal line at the north end of Pearl Smith Field. So Keokuk will go for the 2-point conversion here. Burton in shotgun. Oh, they go direct snap to Anderson. He's going to be stopped short. Blake Burnett wrapped him up from behind. Tucker Robertson, Christian Rasmussen. Another couple of Trojans were there at the bottom of the stack. Nolan Smith, I believe Calvin McLean. So the 2-point run stopped short. Back in a minute with the Keokuk kickoff on the Tummo Radio Group Sports Network.
For those shaping the future of Fairfield, Southern Iowa Ready Mix is your trusted partners. With every pour, they're committed to quality, durability, and the satisfaction of watching your vision take form. From the smallest patio to the largest development, they deliver more than materials, they deliver possibilities. Visit southerniowar.m.com and lay the groundwork for structures that stand the test of time. Because at Southern Iowa Ready Mix of Fairfield, they believe in building a legacy one mix at a time.
Sometimes accidents happen, and when they do, trust Finney Auto Body, Southeast Iowa's collision center specialists for over 40 years. We fix your vehicle the right way. We handle everything from minor fender benders to major repairs. Quality workmanship you can trust because we stand behind our work with a lifetime warranty. Don't let unexpected damage from an accident ruin your travel plans. Get right back on the road like it never happened at Finney Auto Body in Fairfield. Expert collision repair when you need it most. Visit us at FinneyAutoBody.com. And here at Finney Auto Body, we support the Fairfield Trojans.
Back with the kickoff of Elliott Fountain to the Fairfield Trojans. I was going to see if they have kicked the extra point. Keokuk, let's see. No, they have not. Oh, they're 13 of 19 kicking PATs. Kyler Beelman, 10 of 13. It's a squib kick, fallen on by the Trojans. Brady Weigel got on top of it, so Fairfield will get their opening series here of the third quarter with an 8-point lead. 8:31 on the clock. Let's go offense. Fairfield will start at their own 33-yard line here. Again, that touchdown right before the half was so huge. Got it at your own, what was it, 26-yard line, and in 2 plays, a 44-yard run by Ethan Bisgard, then a 29-yard touchdown pass. Here's Voss handing the ball off. Not much this time for, I believe, Zandrick Allison. Yeah, Zandrick the ball carrier. Maybe a yard on the play. 2nd and 1. Mentioned offensive line. Center Christian Rasmussen. Guards Hank Konzel. Calvin McLean tackles Nolan Smith and Axel Starr. Tight ends part of that offensive line. Blake Burnett on the right. Chase Countryman and Corbin Starr on the left. And Corbin's in there right now. Joining Voss in the backfield. The 3 backs behind him. Ethan Bisgard in the middle. On the right of Ethan is Brady Weigel. On the left, Zandrick Allison. 2nd and 9, Trojans. Here's Voss rolling to his right. Throws the ball. Got a man. It's picked off. Kurt Joy gets the interception. So Keokuk comes up with a big takeaway here with 7:40 to go in the third quarter. That was a good leaping interception by Joy. Keokuk will have it on the Fairfield 48-yard line. Defense needs to come up big here. If they get a touchdown and a 2-point conversion, we're back to a tie game. So Fairfield had that 2-touchdown lead at the half. Chiefs are fighting back here in the third quarter. Let's go defense. Hank Konzel is in there on the defensive line. Axel Starr. Here's Burton throwing to his left. Got a man. And it is caught by Chase Smith. And he'll go for a touchdown. No flags. Chase Smith from Burton. 7:33 on the clock, and the Chiefs are a 2-point conversion away from tying it. And they, of course, going for the 2 as expected. So just like that, we are tied up. Oh, no, we're ahead by 2. Potentially tied up. Let's hope not. Burton ready for the snap. Looking, throws. And it's caught. Kurt Joy, who set him up with that interception, gets the 2-point conversion. And back in a minute with the Keokuk kickoff as you're listening and watching Trojan football on the Atomo Radio Group YouTube channel.
This is Jeremy with Cranston Family Funeral Home. I want to take a moment and say thank you, not for choosing our funeral home, although we're deeply honored when you do, but for showing up for your neighbors, for supporting small businesses, for standing in line at visitations and hugging people you maybe haven't seen in years. That is what makes our communities feel like home. At Cranston Family Funeral Home, we don't believe in flashy promises. We believe in showing up quietly, respectfully, and doing the work that matters when it matters most. So from our family to yours, thank you. We see you, we are grateful for you, and we'll be here when you need us.
Planning for 2026? Smart farmers know the best yields start with the right choices. At Beck's Hybrids, where farmers are art, helping farmers succeed is what makes up the fabric of our culture. Call Brandon Tegeler, your Beck's seed dealer serving Southeast Iowa. Get your 2026 seed orders in early and secure the varieties that perform best on your land. 641-919-7526. That's 641-919-7526. Beck's Hybrids, growing successful together.
Crockett kicking it off. This is the deepest kick of the night. Taken by Fairfield. Zandrick Allison cuts to the left. He's got running room up the left sideline. Across the 50. Zandrick takes it all the way to about the Keokuk 45. So Chiefs had 8 points in 24 minutes. That was the first half. Then in just under 4.5 minutes, they score 14 and tie it at 22. But the Trojans counterpunch with that Zandrick Allison kickoff return. They'll have it at the Keokuk 45-yard line. So similar to the Chiefs getting the short field on the interception. Now Fairfield wants to capitalize. So that long kickoff return. First opportunity for one of the deep men might be the last. Voss ready for the snap. Turns, hands it off. Brady Weigel getting outside left. He dives forward for about 7 or 8. So good first down carry. Again, the Trojans were the second best rushing team in Class 3A through 7 weeks. And they had the best average per rush of Class 3A football teams. Over 7 yards per carry on the season. That was 7 yards on that one. 2nd and 3. Voss ready for the snap from Christian Rasmussen. Hands it to Brady Weigel again. Brady going to be stopped maybe short of the first down where the official is. I think he's saying it is a first down. Well, I'll tell you what, it was real close, but they're giving it to the Trojans at the Keokuk 35-yard line. Coach McNutt, I think, was trying to get over there and spot it up himself, but they'd already moved the chains. So I don't know about that spot there, sir, or about giving the first down based on where the spot was. But first down, Trojans need to get back on top here after the Chiefs throw a couple of punches. Voss hands it off to Zandrick Allison, going off right tackle. Zandrick fights for about 4 yards on the play. Been a fairly clean game. Didn't have any penalties in the first half. And we've already had 3 penalties here in the third quarter, offsetting personal fouls. So each team with technically a 15-yard penalty, then Keokuk had a 5-yard false start. 2nd and 6, ball's at the Keokuk 31-yard line. We're just over halfway through the third quarter, 5:56 on the clock. Now the officials have a Keokuk player and a Fairfield player meet. Not sure what that was about. Might have been a situation where some extracurricular activity and when the referee wanted to clean it up and talk to both sides without throwing a flag. I call that good officiating. 2nd and 6, Trojans. Voss hands to Ethan Bisgard. Ethan up the middle. He's on his way. 10, 5, touchdown Trojans. Touchdown Ethan Bisgard. 35-yard touchdown. Fairfield is right back on top. This quick strike offense. And Fairfield, of course, going for 2. Trying to make it an 8-point lead, 28-22 right now. They'll set the ball up toward the left hash mark between the middle and closer to the east hash marks. So you figure the play is going to go to the right here. Toss to Zandrick. He's in. 2 points. Zandrick Allison. 1 minute away from a Trojan kickoff with Fairfield 30, the Chiefs 22. You're listening and watching the Trojans on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
Pick a card, any card. Right now, at Community First Credit Union, save big when you lock in a low intro rate on select credit cards. Choose between our Flex Rewards, Signature Rewards, or Smart Rate cards, and enjoy a low rate for 12 months on purchases and balance transfers. Plus, each card offers perks like no annual fee and easy-to-use digital banking. Get details and apply at c1stcu.com or at any C First location. Subject to credit approval, federally insured by the NCUA.
Dr. Matt here, looking for complete dental care for your entire family? At Fairfield Dental Clinic in Fairfield, that's exactly what we provide.
Dr. Pat here. We pride ourselves on delivering comprehensive care from routine cleanings to advanced procedures. At Fairfield Dental Clinic, we're committed to creating healthy smiles in a comfortable, caring environment.
We live here, we work here, and we're proud to care for generations of families from Fairfield and the surrounding area. Call today for an appointment. Fairfield Dental Clinic. Complete dental care for your entire family, your neighbors, your dentists, your smile.
Back for the Trojan kickoff from Caden Hazelwood. Ball's teed up at the north 40-yard line on Pearl Smith Field here inside Trojan Stadium. Well, Fairfield got the touchdown to counter the 2 the Chiefs got to start the third quarter, so regain the lead. Now we needed a stop here. How about a pick 6? Mount Pleasant got one last week, 90 yards against Keokuk, that turned out to be the difference of the game. Here's a ground ball kick picked up by Kurt Joy. Cuts up the middle. Oh, he's got some running room, tackled by, I believe Owen Adam. First time I remember calling Owen's name tonight. Brady Weigel was also there. And Owen looks like he's going to stay on the field defensively at a linebacker spot. 5.5 minutes left in the third quarter. Chiefs will take over first down from their own 43-yard line. Well, Fairfield had them 3rd and 15 on the last possession when Burton hit a touchdown pass to Chase Smith. Or check that, the last time was a 48-yard touchdown pass. Here's Burton rolling right. Pass is complete to Mason Klaus. Tackled by Ethan Bisgard. It'll be close to midfield, short of a first down, but the first possession was when they had the 3rd and 15 on this third quarter. 20-yard touchdown run by Burton where it looked like going to have him sacked, and he ran away from the defensive lineman, got it off to the left and found a lot of green in front of him. Was hit inside the 10, but kept battling and got all the way across the goal line. Ball's right at midfield. 2nd and 3. Burton hands off to Jared Anderson. He'll go straight ahead for a few yards. Axel Starr hit him initially. Nolan Smith and looked like going at him finished it off, but first down Keokuk at the Fairfield 45-yard line. Trojans have a takeaway tonight. That was a fumble recovery by Nolan Smith. Keokuk with the takeaway, the interception by Kurt Joy that set up that 48-yard touchdown pass from Burton to Chase Smith. And when they got the 2-point conversion after that second touchdown this quarter, it tied the game. There's a pass incomplete. Trying to do a wide receiver screen to Antonio Crockett. Ball went off his hand and will set up 2nd and 10. Beautiful Friday night just after 9 o'clock on this, 17th of October. 21st, which is Tuesday, Fairfield Volleyball heading to West Liberty. You can find out more about that and read about the Ottumwa Volleyball sweep of Albia last night on the Ottumwa Radio Group, our OttumwaRadio.com website. 2nd and 10, Burton from the shotgun. Gets pressured by Calvin McLean. Now he's going to run it up the middle. Made a couple men miss and then is finally tackled. Axel Starr, Blake Burnett get him down, but turned again what could have been a loss into an 8-yard gain. 3rd and 2 for the Chiefs. They're on the Fairfield 37. You figure it's 4-down territory because there's only been one punt tonight. That was by the Chiefs late in the second quarter. Ended up leading to Fairfield striking a long-distance 74-yard touchdown. I'm going to change that. It was a 45-yard run by Ethan Bisgard, then followed by his 29-yard touchdown. But anyway, that was what put Fairfield up 2 scores at the half. Here's Burton handing it to Jared Anderson. He's got the first down. Jackson Hollander on the tackle. Also Axel Starr over there, but first down Chiefs on the Fairfield 30-yard line. Trojans are up by 8. We're under 4 minutes left in the third quarter. So just over 15 minutes of regulation time remaining. I told people I expected a high-scoring game, and it's turning out that way. It didn't start that way in the first quarter, actually. Second quarter, Fairfield scored a couple of touchdowns. Chiefs counter here in the third. Pass is off to the left. Blake Burnett, well, guy got away from him, but then a lot of Trojans will clean it up. Owen Adam, Zandrick Allison, Calvin McLean, Blake Burnett. The pass was complete to Crockett, Antonio Crockett. It's going to set up a 2nd and short 7 for the Chiefs on the Fairfield 27-yard line. Under 3 minutes left in the third quarter. Burton from the shotgun. He wears the Guardian cap over his helmet. Throws it to the left for Chase Smith. It is incomplete. Nice defense by Voss Richardson running stride for stride with him down the field. And 3rd and 7 facing the Chiefs on the Fairfield 27-yard line. Got to make 2 more plays here likely. Unless you come up with a takeaway on 3rd down. Nolan Smith checks out. Chase Countryman in on the defensive line. He joins Hank Conzel, Axel Starr, and Calvin McLean. The front 4 on defense. Linebackers Owen Adam, Ethan Bisgard, Blake Burnett. Secondary got Brady Weigel, Jackson Hollander, Voss Richardson. Big 3rd and 7 here facing Keokuk. Burton gets the snap. Getting pressured. Steps up in the pocket. And it's tackled by Axel Starr. It's going to be 4th down. That's short of the first down. So got to make another play here. 4th and 4 facing the Chiefs. Ball's on the Fairfield 24-yard line. So a big 4th down play here. Trojans got a touchdown on 4th and 2, a 22-yard run by Zandrick Allison. Let's hope the Chiefs turn it over on downs here. From the shotgun, Jaden Burton. Jared Anderson, the running back behind him. Burton looking to throw, gets pressured, he's going to get sacked. That's going to turn it over. Ethan Bisgard, Axel Starr have a meeting at the quarterback. And it's 1st down, Trojans. So 4th and 4, a big sack by the Trojans. Ethan and Axel. So Fairfield will have it with minute 54 left in the third quarter. And the loss went all the way back to the Fairfield 37-yard line. That was a 13-yard sack. Big play by the defense. Let's go offense. Boss Richardson ready for the snap from Christian. Hands it off to Ethan Bisgard up the middle. He's got running room. He's on his way. 40, 30, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Trojans. Touchdown, Ethan Bisgard. All right. Clock, guys. Clock. So a minute 28 left in the third quarter. Touchdown run by Ethan Bisgard all the way, a house call in the south end zone. That's what you wanted to see. As a Fairfield fan, obviously Keokuk people watching and listening are saying, we did not want to see that. But I'm on the Trojan side, folks. Here's Voss to Brady. Brady Weigel going for 2. He's got it. 2-point conversion. Brady Weigel back with the Trojan kickoff in a minute. Fairfield leading 38-22 on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
Shopping for a quality used car? Check out the inventory at Smithburg Automotive's lot at 1503 West Burlington Avenue in Fairfield. Need repairs? They've got you covered at the South 23rd Street location. Call 641-472-2454 or visit smithburgs.com. Need quality used parts? Head to Smitty's Auto Recycling on West Grimes in Fairfield. They've got fresh inventory arriving all the time. Selling parts or have a wrecked vehicle? They buy unwanted cars too. Call 472-4200 or stop by to see what's new in the yard. For those shaping the future of Fairfield, Southern Iowa Ready Mix is your trusted partners. With every pour, they're committed to quality, durability, and the satisfaction of watching your vision take form. From the smallest patio to the largest development, they deliver more than materials, they deliver possibilities. Visit southerniowarm.com and lay the groundwork for structures that stand the test of time. Because at Southern Iowa Ready Mix of Fairfield, they believe in building a legacy one mix at a time.
Fairfield kickoff as Caden Hazelwood will tee it up. Trojans back up by 2 scores. Well, Keokuk punched, we counterpunched. They get 2 touchdowns in less than 4.5 minutes. We get a couple of touchdowns in, 5:36 to minute 28, 4 minutes. So it's been a wild shootout here in the third quarter. By far, I would say one of the Trojans' best offensive games of the season, and we've had a lot of good ones. Hazelwood's kick goes up the middle. It's fallen on by the Chiefs' up man, number 4, Braxton Hayner, falls on it, and that turns out to be a good situation. Chiefs will have it on their own 32-yard line with a minute 26 left in the third quarter. All right, let's go defense. How about that takeaway we're wanting from the Trojan defense here tonight? 1st and 10, Chiefs. But this is a high high-octane offense. You can't count them out. They showed that with those 2 quick scores in the third quarter, which has just over a minute remaining. It was, 22-8 at the half, so it's been a 16-14 third quarter. We've had 30 points. We've had as many points this third quarter as we had the first half. Here's Burton dropping back. He's scrambling, going to his right. Throw to the left. Ethan Bisgard tackles the receiver Crockett for no gain. Antonio Crockett on that catch. So 2nd and 10, and the clock will continue to run with, will be under a minute on the next snap by Keokuk. Sophomore quarterback Jaden Burton from the shotgun. Looking left. Pass is caught by Crockett again. Spun out of bounds by Blake Burnett. It'll be short of the first down. 3rd down coming up for Keokuk. They keep clock moving. Ball's on the Keokuk 38-yard line. They need 4. 3rd and 4. Let's go defense. You would think if they don't get any yardage here, they'd be punting for a second time tonight. But you got to make the defensive play to create that. 2 receivers each side of the formation. Jared Anderson, the running back, behind sophomore quarterback Jaden Burton. Burton gets the snap, looking right. Pass is caught by Mason Klaus. He'll have the first down and then some. He runs out of the grasp of Brady Weigel down the east sideline. He'll be tackled, but not before getting into the Fairfield red zone on a big 3rd down conversion. Jackson Hollander made the tackle, but at the end of the third quarter, Keokuk threatens in the Fairfield red zone, but the Trojans are on top by 2 full touchdowns and 2 two-point conversions. 38-22, back in a minute with the fourth quarter on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
Call. I got a pair of clogged toilets.
2 pair, dripping faucets, and leaking pipes.
Full house, boys. Flooded basement, ruined water heater, and a wild card, broken sump pump.
Gentlemen, whatever your plumbing issue may be, call Roto-Rooter on Gateway Drive in Ottumwa. The drain cleaning and plumbing experts, residential and commercial, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Oh, and one more thing. A royal flush always beats a full house.
That's a bunch of crap.
Need electrical work done right? Livewire Electric is Southeast Iowa's premier electrical contractor, serving Jefferson County and nearby areas. From home wiring upgrades to all your electrical needs, call Rod at 641-472-4853. Livewire Electric, powering your home safely. Give your house a facelift. Quality garage doors that make a difference. Call 641-209-9948 for your free estimate on a new garage door. Open and close your day with straight-up doors of Fairfield.
You're watching Fairfield Trojan football on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
Interesting here. We thought it was the end of the third, but they're actually bringing both teams back down on the north end of the field for an untimed down because there was a personal foul face mask on the tackle by Fairfield. So the Chiefs will have a 1st and goal at the 7. Technically, we're still in the third quarter. They've got 12 minutes on the clock, but it will not run on this play. Then we'll go down to the south end of the field. So it's 1st and goal at the 7. That long pass on 3rd and 4. Jaden Burton, 2 receivers on the right, 2 on the left. They're real close together on each side. Burton hands to Jared Anderson. He'll be tackled on the play. He'll get inside the 5. Blake Burnett, I believe Owen Adam as well. Now we've officially reached the end of the third quarter. So we'll take another 1-minute timeout. Be back with more Trojan football on the Atomo Radio Group YouTube channel.
At Family First Chiropractic, it is our goal to get you and your family as healthy as possible and keep you healthy for the rest of your life. We deliver an elevated level of care for the entire family. We approach healthcare from a holistic view, incorporating multiple chiropractic techniques and physical therapy to ensure that our patients achieve the best results as fast as possible. We believe you deserve the best. A little preventative care now will eliminate pain management in later years. We want our kids to grow and live an active, healthy lifestyle. Get your family checked at Family First Chiropractic.
If you're tired of dropped calls and slow internet, we're here to help. Lisco's the future of fast, reliable communication. Never miss a beat with streaming, gaming, or video calls, whether you're working, playing, or just staying connected. Lisco brings you lightning fast speeds, crystal clear calls, and unbeatable reliability. Switch today and experience the difference. Call me, Samantha, your Lisco sales rep at 641-209-5400. That's 209-5400, or visit us at lisco.com.
So the first play here in the fourth quarter will be 2nd and goal Keokuk from the Fairfield 2-yard line. Wouldn't a 98-yard pick six or a 100-yard scoop and score be something? That would, I'd say, break the back of Keokuk if you could have that happen. But you're certainly just hoping to get a stop here. 2nd and goal from the 2. Jaden Burton, the quarterback, in the shotgun. Of course, they haven't had a bad snap in that shotgun yet tonight. And it's another good one, handed to Jared Anderson. He's hit by Calvin McLean in the backfield. Tried to run out of the grasp, but he wasn't going to do that from the wrestler. Christian Rasmussen. Owen Adam also helped on the tackle. No gain, 3rd and goal from the 2. Need to stop him 2 more times, possibly. We're in the fourth quarter. Trojans 38, Chiefs 22. Fairfield was up 22-8 at the half. Chiefs would tie it on 2 touchdowns in just under 4.5 minutes. One helped out by getting an interception and possession just across midfield in Fairfield territory, and they scored right after that pick, a 48-yard pass, but Fairfield has countered then with 2 unanswered touchdowns. 3rd and goal from the 2. Low snap. Here's Burton on the quarterback keeper. And the Chiefs get a touchdown. 11:08 left in the fourth quarter. Now this 2-point conversion is huge. If Fairfield gets a stop, they'll still be ahead by 2 scores. So quarterback Burton, he's had more rushing yardage, I think, tonight than he had on the season coming in. That's true of Keokuk as a team, I would bet. So here we go. Big 2-point conversion coming up. 2-point conversion attempt, we should say. Burton will be in shotgun. They did do a snap directly to Jared Anderson one time, kind of a wildcat play. They might have to burn a timeout here before the 2-point conversion. They ran out of time. Delay of game. That'll back them up 5 yards. That's very poor management by the Chiefs. So 2-point conversion from the 7-yard line. 38-28, Trojans by 10. As we say, this is a huge 2-point try. Fairfield trying to maintain a 2-possession lead with a stop on this play. So again, Jaden Burton in the shotgun. He's down to 5 seconds on the play clock. Going to have to get the snap. He does. Burton looking left. Throws it out there, and it is caught for 2. Kurt Joy on the reception. So Trojans by 8. Burton to Joy. Back with the Fairfield kickoff, or a Keokuk kickoff to Fairfield in a minute on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
Shopping for a quality used car? Check out the inventory at Smithburg Automotive's lot at 1503 West Burlington Avenue in Fairfield. Need repairs? They've got you covered at the South 23rd Street location. Call 641-472-2454 or visit smithburgs.com. Need quality used parts? Head to Smitty's Auto Recycling on West Grimes in Fairfield. They've got fresh inventory arriving all the time. Selling parts or have a wrecked vehicle? They buy unwanted cars too. Call 472-4200 or stop by to see what's new in the yard.
Pick a card, any card. Right now, at Community First Credit Union, save big when you lock in a low intro rate on select credit cards. Choose between our Flex Rewards, Signature Rewards, or Smart Rate cards, and enjoy a low rate for 12 months on purchases and balance transfers. Plus, each card offers perks like no annual fee and easy-to-use digital banking. Get details and apply at c1stcu.com or at NEC First location. Subject to credit approval, federally insured by the NCUA.
All right, the Chiefs getting set to kick off, and the Trojans back to receive, not expecting a deep kickoff after a long return by Zandrick Allison. This is a short pooch kick by Brady Weigel picks it off, and at about the Fairfield 40-yard line, Trojans will get the ball. Kicker Elliott Fountain for the Chiefs. Brady Weigel will stay on the field with Ethan Bisgard, Zandrick Allison in the offensive backfield, of course, behind quarterback Boss Richardson. We've got 11:06 left in the fourth quarter, 8-point Fairfield lead. Trojans from their own 41-yard line. High scoring, as I expected. Center Christian Rasmussen up to the ball. Boss Richardson right behind. Voss turns, hands to Zandrick Allison. Zandrick straight ahead. Keep that ball wrapped up, Zandrick. He'll get about 2 or 3 yards on the carry. Offensive line, again, great job. Center Christian Rasmussen. I see a new number out there. I think we got somebody in for Calvin McLean. I believe it was 65 for the Trojans, which would be Caden Hewell, a sophomore. So yeah, 65 then. Tackles Axel Starr, Nolan Smith. Here's the handoff. No, Voss on the keeper. He's across the 45. He's up to the 50-yard line. Going to be close to a first down. Of course, Blake Burnett, Corbin Starr, Chase Countryman, the tight ends rotating for the Trojans. Blake out there most of the time. Ball spotted right at midfield. 3rd and 1 coming up. So good to see that sophomore getting some work on the offensive line. Caden Hewell, 5'11", 154. Hopefully there's nothing seriously going on with Calvin McLean. I look down at the bench and I don't see Calvin sitting on the bench. So 3rd and 1. Voss hands to Brady Weigel. He's got the first down. Spins to the Keokuk 45-yard line. First down, Trojans. Here's where you want to use, 5 or 6, maybe 7 minutes if you can, but score. Get this back to a 2-score advantage. Ball at the Chief 45-yard line. Of course, Keokuk going to be trying to knock that ball loose. There's Calvin down here. He's got his helmet off. I don't see anything that would lead me to believe he's hurt. He's kind of stretching right now. 1st and 10 Trojans from the Keokuk 45-yard line. Voss hands to Zandrick Allison. Zandrick fighting inside the Keokuk 40-yard line, or right to the 40. Gain of 5, 2nd and 5. Now Calvin's coming back out. So nice job by Caden Hewell out there. He gets a round of applause from probably his family. Good job, Caden. Offensive lineman, that's most underappreciated part of a successful football team. You hear talk about when they use a offensive lineman to run or throw the ball, then they get all kinds of headlines. But when they're doing their job of blocking people, you say, oh, I guess he did okay. Here's the handoff to Ethan Bisgard. Short gain this time. Oh, he's throwing down. That should draw a flag. Oh, my goodness. Referee shook his head. The Fairfield fans are all over the officials. He was throwing down long after the whistle. That, in my book, is 15 yards, but the referee was shaking his head. I was watching him through my binoculars. It'll be a 3rd and 3 for the Trojans. And I'm going to say this has been a well-officiated game. We haven't had a lot of flags. But Fairfield fans, and I'm sure the coaches, thought there should have been one there. 3rd and 3. Toss to Zandrick. Outside. He's going to get the first down inside the Keokuk 35-yard line. That'll keep the drive alive. We're under 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Trojans 38, Chiefs 30. Keokuk coming off of a heartbreaking home loss to Mount Pleasant last week, 35-34, where they were ahead. Late in the game, had a 90-yard pick six go against them. They gave Mount Pleasant the winning score. And then another interception thrown by quarterback Burton, Jaden Burton, ended up allowing Mount Pleasant to run the clock out. But here it's 1st and 10 Trojans from the Chiefs 34. Boss Richardson gets the snap. Hands to Brady Weigel. A little confusion that time, and Brady will turn it into about a 4-yard gain. One of the few times I've seen that three-back alignment kind of run into each other, looking a little scrambled that time. It's still a 4-yard positive gain. Corbin Starr alternating with Chase Countryman at the one tight end spot, brings in the play. 6:45 left in the fourth quarter. 28-0 Solon. Well, Mount Pleasant's hanging in. But Solon is up by 4 touchdowns, so obviously they're going to be still undefeated in the district. Voss Richardson hands to Ethan Bisgard right up the middle. Got a first down and then some. Into the red zone inside the Keokuk 15-yard line. Another solid run by Ethan Bisgard. Trojans first down at the Chiefs' 14-yard line. 14 yards from a huge touchdown. It just amazes me every week that Fairfield can run the ball when it's double tights, no wide receivers. You know they're running the ball 90% of the time, and you can't stop it. That tells you the offensive line and the deception of the way they run the plays as working effectively. Here's the handoff to Zandrick Allison. He's spun to the ground by the Chiefs' number 6. That's Raiden Meyer. Gain of just a yard on the play. 2nd and 9 at the Keokuk 13-yard line. Trojans with an 8-point lead. Touchdown here would be huge. Come on, Fairfield. Corbin Starr brings in the play from the sideline. Again, younger brother of Axel. Corbin is just a sophomore, 5'10", 155. Great to see these underclassmen like Tucker Robertson, Corbin Starr, Owen Adam is a freshman. Brady Weigel, a sophomore regular. Here's Zandrick Allison again on the handoff. Zandrick battles inside the 5, or right around the 5, I guess. It's going to bring up a 3rd and short. You got 2 downs to get a first down, or maybe even a touchdown. It'll be 3rd and yard and a half. Ball is spotted at the Keokuk 5.5-yard line. It's 3rd and a long 1. It's actually short 2 in my book. Chase Countryman will bring in the big play call from head coach Matt Jones. Of course, Matt on the headset with, I believe, Mike Schenk is up here in the booth, the coach in the booth next to me. Big 3rd down play here. They do call it 3rd and 2 on the scoreboard. Voss straight ahead, quarterback sneak. Flag flies. It looked to be enough for a first down, but we have a penalty flag on the play. Holding on Fairfield. Wow, that's unusual on a quarterback sneak to have a holding call. That's a huge call. So back Trojans up 10 yards. It will be 3rd down again. So from the Keokuk 11, 12-yard line, we'll call it 12. So it'll be 3rd and 12 from the 16. Excuse me, I said the 12. The ball's on the 16. 3rd and 12. Coming up on 4 minutes left in regulation. Trojans are going to have 2 plays to try to get this 12 yards. Voss Richardson hands it to Ethan Bisgard. Ethan straight up the middle. Goes inside the 10. It'll be 4th down coming up. A big play for both sides. Slow to get up, Blake Burnett. Oh, he's hobbling a little bit there. We have an official's timeout, or a timeout by the Trojans. We'll be back in a minute with more Trojan football on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
For those shaping the future of Fairfield, Southern Iowa Ready Mix is your trusted partners. With every pour, they're committed to quality, durability, and the satisfaction of watching your vision take form. From the smallest patio to the largest development, they deliver more than materials, they deliver possibilities. Visit SouthernIowaRM.com and lay the groundwork for structures that stand the test of time. Because at Southern Iowa Ready Mix of Fairfield, they believe in building a legacy one mix at a time.
There's nothing quite like Friday night lights to bring a community together. This is Scott with Beaner Funeral Home in Fairfield, and we believe in the strength of a community. My wife Rachel and I grew up in Van Buren County and are proud to serve this community we call home. From monument sales, pre-planning, and creating unique celebrations of life, we invite you to experience the Beaner difference where we put families and community first. Beaner Funeral Home, serving Van Buren County and all of Southeast Iowa, and proud supporter of Van Buren County sports.
So Keokuk used one of their 3 timeouts. They have 2 remaining, 3:52 on the clock, 4th and 5 Trojans from the Chiefs' 9-yard line. Big play here. Trojans convert. They can run a lot of clock. They get a touchdown. It's going to be very difficult for the Chiefs. 4th and 5. Voss gets the snap. Rolling right. Pass back to the left. It's intercepted. Ethan Bisgard tackled Kurt Joy, his 2nd interception. That's the good news for the Chiefs. The bad news is they're on their own 1-yard line with 3:45 left. Wow. So Joy with an interception on 4th and 5. But again, Keokuk on their own 1-yard line. 99 yards from a touchdown with a 2-point conversion required to tie it. See what happens here. Let's go defense. Takeaway here likely is going to clinch it, although it's still just a 1-score game unless you get a pick 6. Jaden Burton, the sophomore quarterback, in the end zone in the shotgun. Gets the snap, looking left. Passes complete and fumbled. Scooped and scored. Zandrick Allison. Oh, it's incomplete. Oh, for that to be ruled a complete pass to Crockett. Oh, my. Antonio Crockett had it in his hands, and then it was stripped away. I believe Blake Burnett, and then Zandrick Allison scooped it and took it into the end zone, but incomplete, 2nd and 10. Clock stops with 3:40 left in the 4th quarter. Safety here would also be huge. Holding in the end zone would be a safety. Intentional grounding, or obviously sacking quarterback Jaden Burton. Burton ready for the snap. Sophomore quarterback. A lot of pressure here. Looks left. Now he's rolling right. He's in the end zone. Pass into to the left side. It's going to be Mason Klaus on the reception. They're going to call it a good catch. Fairfield fans, again, not thrilled with the call. But it's good for a first down Keokuk with 3:34 left in the 4th quarter. Said Klaus got a foot down and control of the ball. Now they wind the clock and run it. Now 3.5 minutes to go. Chiefs on their own 19-yard line. Another first down here. They've used one of 3 timeouts. Fairfield has all 3 of theirs. 1st and 10. Jaden Burton in the shotgun. Jared Anderson, the running back, to his right, just a step behind. Burton looking to throw. Pass is incomplete. Blake Burnett in the coverage. Mason Klaus, the intended receiver. 2nd and 10. Keokuk on their own 19-yard line. Fairfield's got to make some defensive plays here. How about an interception to ice this thing away? 38-30 Trojans. As many close games as we've had, a couple heartbreakers against Fairfield earlier this season against Centerville and Mediapolis. 2nd and 10. Just over 3 minutes left. Burton, the quarterback, flushed out by Calvin McLean. Rolling to his right, throwing downfield for Chase Smith. It is caught. Right around midfield. Chase Smith has made some really good catches. Fairfield sideline coach is saying he juggled it, but the officials say nope, he caught it. It's to the Fairfield 48-yard line, 2:59 left in the 4th quarter. Burton to Chase Smith on a huge hook up there. See, from the 19, about a 33-yard pass. 2:59 left in regulation. Trojans by 8, trying to get a big defensive play here. Kurt Joy, Antonio Crockett to the left. One receiver right. Here's the quarterback Burton. Pass batted down. Nice job by Axel Starr using that tall frame and put his right hand in the air and batted it down. 2nd and 10. The one receiver on the left is Chase Smith. Fairfield secondary has pressure here. Jackson Hollander Brady Weigel. Zandrick Allison now playing a safety instead of a linebacker. Voss Richardson the other corner along with Jackson Hollander. Linebackers Blake Burnett, Owen Adam, Ethan Bisgard. Front four, Calvin McLean, Nolan Smith, Christian Rasmussen, and Axel Starr. 2nd and 10 Keokuk at the Fairfield 48-yard line. Burton gets the snap. Dropping back, throws it to the right. Incomplete. Intended for Chase Smith. 3rd and 10 coming up. Well, you know it's 4-down territory here with less than 3 minutes to go. Ball just on the Fairfield side of the 50. Need 2 defensive plays here and then hang on to the ball. 3rd and 10 from the Fairfield 48-yard line. Trojans deserved to win a close game, but they got to earn it. That's that old commercial, you got to earn it. 3rd and 10, 2 receivers each side of the formation. Burton ready for the snap, gets it. Looking to his right, throws it for a receiver. It's batted down, incomplete. Jackson Hollander and Blake Burnett were out there defensively. The receiver, Mason Klaus, Blake was shaken up when he hit the turf. And he's rolling around on the ground, so we've got an injury timeout. We'll take it on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Planning for 2026? Smart farmers know the best yields start with the right choices. At Beck's Hybrids, where farmers are art, helping farmers succeed is what makes up the fabric of our culture. Call Brian Tegler, your Beck's seed dealer serving Southeast Iowa. Get your 2026 seed orders in early and secure the varieties that perform best on your land. 641-919-7526. That's 641-919-7526. Beck's Hybrids, growing successful together.
Dr. Matt here. Looking for complete dental care for your entire family? At Fairfield Dental Clinic in Fairfield, that's exactly what we provide.
Dr. Pat here. We pride ourselves on delivering comprehensive care from routine cleanings to advanced procedures. At Fairfield Dental Clinic, we're committed to creating healthy smiles in a comfortable, caring environment.
We live here, we work here, and we're proud to care for generations of families from Fairfield and the surrounding area. Call today for an appointment. Fairfield Dental Clinic. Complete dental care for your entire family, your neighbors, your dentists, your smile.
Need electrical work done right? Livewire Electric is Southeast Iowa's premier electrical contractor, serving Jefferson County and nearby areas. From home wiring upgrades to all your electrical needs, call Rod at 641-472-4853. Livewire Electric, powering your home safely. Give your house a facelift. Quality garage doors that make a difference. Call 641-209-9948 for your free estimate on a new garage door. Open and close your day with straight up doors of Fairfield.
All right, Blake able to walk off under his own. 4th and 10, Keokuk. Huge play here. Fairfield needs the stop to get the ball. Burton gets the snap. Gets pressured, throws it to the right. It's going to be incomplete. Pass over through Chase Smith. Trojans will take over on downs with 2:42 left on their own 48-yard line. Now you want to hang on to the ball. So Fairfield from their own 48. 4th and 10, incomplete pass. So 3 straight incompletions there, or actually 4. And let's go offense. Just hang on to the ball. Use 2:42, 1 timeout required to get the whole clock off because Keokuk does have 2 of their 3 timeouts remaining. The injury timeout gave him kind of a free timeout to call that 4th and 10 play. Voss Richardson in behind Christian Rasmussen, hands it to Zandrick Allison, wraps up that ball, gets it to midfield and driven back. Timeout right away by Keokuk. With 2:35 remaining, 1 minute timeout. Back with a 2nd and 8 play for the Trojans on the Ottumwa Radio Group YouTube channel.
Shopping for a quality used car? Check out the inventory at Smithburg Automotive's lot at 1503 West Burlington Avenue in Fairfield. Need repairs? They've got you covered at the South 23rd Street location. Call 641-472-2454 or visit smithburgs.com. Need quality used parts? Head to Smitty's Auto Recycling on West Grimes in Fairfield. They've got fresh inventory arriving all the time. Selling parts or have a wrecked vehicle? They buy unwanted cars too. Call 472-4200 or stop by to see what's new in the yard.
Pick a card, any card. Right now, at Community First Credit Union, save big when you lock in a low intro rate on select credit cards. Choose between our Flex Rewards, Signature Rewards, or Smart Rate cards, and enjoy a low rate for 12 months on purchases and balance transfers. Plus, each card offers perks like no annual fee and easy-to-use digital banking. Get details and apply at c1stcu.com or at any C First location. Subject to credit approval, federally insured by the NCUA.
2nd and 8 from midfield. 2:35 left in the fourth quarter. 1 Keokuk timeout remaining. If the Trojans get this first down, they can pretty much run out the clock. So you got to hang on to the ball here. I'm calling Ethan Bisgard touchdown. I think he's going to bust one. He is the middle of the three backs behind Voss Richardson to his left, Zandrick Allison to his right, Brady Weigel. But you want to hang on to the ball. Here's Ethan. Up the middle. Ethan's into the secondary. First down, Trojans inside the Keokuk 40-yard line. 2.5 minutes to go. Chiefs will have to use their final timeout probably after the first down play because the clock will start right away. We'll be under 2 minutes, I believe, on the next snap because Fairfield will almost assuredly use all the time on the play clock. 20 seconds on the play clock, 2:16 on the game clock. Voss back to the huddle after checking in with Coach Matt Jones. First down and 10 Trojans inside the Keokuk 40-yard line. Trying to run out the clock. Voss hands to Zandrick Allison. Zandrick goes to the turf. Timeout Keokuk. That's the last timeout. Minute 55 to go. It'll be 2nd and 9. We'll use it back in a minute with the Trojans. An 8-point lead trying to get the victory on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
For those shaping the future of Fairfield, Southern Iowa Ready Mix is your trusted partners. With every pour, they're committed to quality, durability, and the satisfaction of watching your vision take form. From the smallest patio to the largest development, they deliver more than materials, they deliver possibilities. Visit SouthernIowaRM.com and lay the groundwork for structures that stand the test of time. Because at Southern Iowa Ready Mix of Fairfield, they believe in building a legacy one mix at a time.
We care. At Jefferson County Health Center, it's the little things that make a big difference. We believe every patient deserves to feel safe and comforted, no matter what brings them here. We strive to turn fear into comfort. We are committed to ensuring every patient feels informed, supported, and truly cared for.
Jefferson County Health Center, care you can count on. It's what we do.
2nd and 9 Trojans from the Keokuk 37. Fairfield with an 8-point lead trying to run the clock out. Another timeout or another first down definitely will do it. Hand off to Brady Weigel. Brady up the middle. He's going to have it. First down Trojans. That's the ball game, folks. Now we need to just take the victory formation and run this clock out. All the way to the Chief 25, 26-yard line. Spotted 27. 1st and 10 Trojans, though. And that clock will tick, 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 and the Chiefs can't stop it. And the Trojans will not use any of their 3 timeouts. Voss Richardson back into the huddle. So the next snap will come with about a minute 20 to go. Or a little bit less. Voss looking at that play clock. Gets the snap. Comes back, takes the knee, and that's the victory formation, folks. I told somebody about taking a knee, and they thought of the knee during the national anthem and said, no, completely different. Taking the knee and toward the end of a football game is the victory formation, and the Trojans have done it. They've taken down the Chiefs 38-30. Ryan Dunlap, Mike Schenk out of the coach's booth. Go down and celebrate with the team. Under a minute. Just a couple more snaps to take. Got Ethan Bisgard, kind of the safety behind quarterback Voss Richardson on 2nd and 12. Takes a snap, takes a knee, and that should take the ball game. The clock has more on the play clock than the game clock, so the Trojans win 38-30. To 2nd straight victory, and Mount Pleasant is going to come over next Friday night, and it might be for a playoff spot. We'll have to delve into those possibilities more as the Trojans get a hard-fought victory, 2 in a row in district play. 3 victories on the season as Fairfield will get it done in the third quarters. As we said, Solon was leading Mount Pleasant 28-0. That's surprising, a little bit closer than any of the other Solon district games, but Mount Pleasant will come over off the loss at home to Solon. Fairfield on a 2-game winning streak when they'll play in the regular season wrap-up game next Friday night. All right, we got a 3-minute break here, and we'll come back with our post-game show of Fairfield High School football. A very nice victory over the Keokuk Chiefs, 38-30. Back in 3 minutes on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
Dr. Matt here. Looking for complete dental care for your entire family? At Fairfield Dental Clinic in Fairfield, that's exactly what we provide.
Dr. Pat here. We pride ourselves on delivering comprehensive care from routine cleanings to advanced procedures. At Fairfield Dental Clinic, we're committed to creating healthy smiles in a comfortable, caring environment.
We live here, we work here, and we're proud to care for generations of families from Fairfield and the surrounding area. Call today for an appointment. Fairfield Dental Clinic. Complete dental care for your entire family, your neighbors, your dentists, your smile.
Need electrical work done right? Livewire Electric is Southeast Iowa's premier electrical contractor, serving Jefferson County and nearby areas. From home wiring upgrades to all your electrical needs, call Rod at 641-472-4853. Livewire Electric, powering your home safely. Give your house a facelift. Quality garage doors that make a difference. Call 641-209-9948 for your free estimate on a new garage door. Open and close your day with straight-up doors of Fairfield.
Sometimes accidents happen, and when they do, trust Finney Auto Body, Southeast Iowa's collision center specialists for over 40 years. We fix your vehicle the right way. We handle everything from minor fender benders to major repairs. Quality workmanship you can trust because we stand behind our work with a lifetime warranty. Don't let unexpected damage from an accident ruin your travel plans. Get right back on the road like it never happened at Finney Auto Body in Fairfield. Expert collision repair when you need it most. Visit us at FinneyAutoBody.com. And here at Finney Auto Body, we support the Fairfield Trojans.
Call. I got a pair of clogged toilets.
2 pair, dripping faucets, and leaking pipes.
Full house, boys. Flooded basement, ruined water heater, and a wild card, broken sump pump.
Gentlemen, whatever your plumbing issue may be, call Roto-Rooter on Gateway Drive in Ottumwa. The drain cleaning and plumbing experts, residential and commercial, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Oh, and one more thing. A royal flush always beats a full house.
That's a bunch of crap.
Shopping for a quality used car? Check out the inventory at Smithburg Automotive Lot at 1503 West Burlington Avenue in Fairfield. Need repairs? They've got you covered at the South 23rd Street location. Call 641-472-2454 or visit smithburgs.com. Need quality used parts? Head to Smitty's Auto Recycling on West Grimes in Fairfield. They've got fresh inventory arriving all the time. Selling parts or have a wrecked vehicle? They buy unwanted cars too. Call 472-4200 or stop by to see what's new in the yard. For those shaping the future of Fairfield, Southern Iowa Ready Mix is your trusted partners. With every pour, they're committed to quality, durability, and the satisfaction of watching your vision take form. From the smallest patio to the largest development, they deliver more than materials, they deliver possibilities. Visit SouthernIowaRM.com and lay the groundwork for structures that stand the test of time. Because at Southern Iowa Ready Mix of Fairfield, they believe in building a legacy one mix at a time. You're watching Fairfield Trojan football on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
All right, back for our post-game show. Just got the word from Nick Kaska relaying to Matt Jones. We are expecting Coach Jones here in about 8 minutes to come up for a post-game interview, so we'll have an extended post-game show here tonight, which I don't mind it a bit, and I sure you at home don't mind it. That'll put us about 10 o'clock when Coach comes up, which reminds me, 10 o'clock on KOTM 97.7. You got the Radio Iowa Scoreboard Show. Runs until 11:30. Of course, this is the final week of the regular season for classes 8-player through 2A, and they will have their playoff pairings determined overnight. Those will be available tomorrow on the Iowa High School Athletic Association and Bound websites. But anyway, it's going to be playoff time for Pekin, we know for sure, in this area, and possibly Van Buren County. We were waiting on a score of Wapello-Danville, right? Is that the one determined Van Buren County? Needed Danville to win by 12 points to give Van Buren County a playoff spot. And, of course, Van Buren County didn't even have to play on week number 8 as they were ahead of or got a forfeit from New London. Danville 33, Wapello 31. Is that a final? So that means Van Buren County will not make the playoffs. They needed Danville to win by 12 in that game. So Van Buren County close but no cigar. Washington blowing out Fort Madison 42-15, kind of as expected. Again, last check, Solon was up on Mount Pleasant 28-0. AJ will bring up that score on his phone here as we get set to recap this nice second victory in a row for the Trojans, and double the win total in district play of the last 2 seasons. We only had a district win over South Tama each of the last 2 years in that brutal district with Williamsburg, Solon, Benton Community, Grinnell, and South Tama. But much more to our liking. Still 28-0 Solon. So I got to say, Mount Pleasant, obviously, that was in the third quarter. Mount Pleasant hanging tougher than I kind of pictured, but they will come over here facing a highly motivated Trojan football team. Even if Fairfield can't make the playoffs next Friday night, they're going to want to beat their heated longtime rival Mount Pleasant Panthers to wrap up the season with a 4-5 record and 3 straight wins if indeed they don't get a playoff spot. So let me recap the football game here tonight. We'll go back to the first half. And Fairfield scored first in this football game. Actually, both teams had a possession, turned it over on downs. Fairfield the opening possession and gave it to Keokuk on their own 30-yard line. So we were across midfield, went for it on 4th down. Then Keokuk gave it back on their 39-yard line. So Fairfield took over their own 39 with 3:34 left in the first quarter. Had a 14-yard run by Zandrick Allison to the Keokuk 39. Then Ethan Bisgard, a 14-yard run to the Keokuk 27-yard line. Let's see. And then the 27-yard touchdown run by Ethan Bisgard. 55 seconds left in the first quarter. Zandrick Allison caught a 2-point pass from Voss Richardson and made the 8-0 Trojans. Keokuk got the ball at their own 43 with 43 seconds left in the first quarter, and they scored still in the first quarter. So the last play of the quarter was a 23-yard touchdown pass. Jaden Burton to Mason Klaus. The 2-point pass was the same combination. We were tied at 8 at the end of the first quarter. Not a sign of the way this game was played going to play out as I expected. It was going to be a high-scoring game. Well, Fairfield got it at their own 40-yard line. 11:54 in the second quarter. Had a 19-yard run by Tucker Robertson. Took it across midfield to the Keokuk 41. Had a key 4th down conversion to the Keokuk 30. Then on 4th and 22, 6:45 left in the first quarter. It was a 22-yard touchdown run by Zandrick Allison. 2-point pass was Zandrick, a halfback pass to Brady Weigel. Fairfield led 16-8. Keokuk turned it over on a Nolan Smith fumble recovery. They got it at their own 42 with 6:17 left in the first half, but turned it over on downs. Then Keokuk got the ball, couldn't move it. They punted it, and Fairfield took over their own 26 with 1:04 left in the first half. I think we were content to run it out at halftime, have a 16-8 lead. Well, we got a 45-yard run by Ethan Bisgard to the Keokuk 29, and the next play was a 29-yard touchdown pass from Voss Richardson to Ethan Bisgard. 2-point pass was incomplete, and that was with 4 seconds left in the first half. Fairfield led 22-8. Then Chiefs said, hey, we're not out of this thing yet. We're not done. They took the opening possession in the second half from their own 43, had a 20-yard touchdown by Burton on a 3rd and 15. A Burton quarterback keeping run. He looked like he was going to be sacked behind the line of scrimmage, way behind the line of scrimmage, but rolled to his left, got away from the would-be sackers, and took it all the way into the north end zone. Their 2-point run was stopped short, so Fairfield led 22-14. Then he got a Kurt Joy interception, took over at the Fairfield 48 with 7:40 left in the third. 7:33, they were on the board, and that was a Burton touchdown pass to Chase Smith covering the 48 yards. Burton to Joy again on the 2-point conversion, tied it at 22 with 7:33 left in the third quarter. Then Fairfield got a long kickoff return by Zandrick Allison, took over at the Keokuk 45-yard line. Couple plays later, they were in the south end zone, and Ethan Bisgard 35-yard touchdown run. Zandrick ran in the 2-point conversion, Fairfield 30, Keokuk 22. Chiefs had a 4th and 4 at the Fairfield 24-yard line, and Fairfield came through with a sack. That was Ethan Bisgard and Axel Starr. and it was a 13-yard loss, so Fairfield got the ball at their own 37 with 1:54 left in the third quarter. Scored on a 63-yard touchdown run a couple plays later. That was by Ethan Bisgard, 1:28 left in the third, and Brady Weigel ran in the two-point conversion. Fairfield led 38-22. Keokuk would score one more time. They got the ball at their own 32 with 1:26 left in the third, and then scored a 2-yard run by quarterback Burton. The 2-point pass was Burton to Joy, and it left Fairfield with a 38-30 lead just under a minute into the fourth quarter, 11:08, and Fairfield got the ball at their own 41. Joy got an interception on a 4th and 5, so Keokuk took over, but then Fairfield was able to drive it. Actually, let's see, I'm trying to remember what happened. The Keokuk, we drove the ball, then it was a 4th and 5, and Keokuk didn't convert. Fairfield got it to the Keokuk 1-yard line. Oh, that's when the interception occurred. That's right. Joy got the interception on 4th and 5, but it was at the Keokuk 1-yard line. Well, they drove it across midfield, had a 4th and 10 incomplete pass, 2:42 left in the game. Fairfield able to get a couple of first downs and run out the clock. And we've got a very happy Coach Matt Jones. Coach, 2 straight wins in the district. Yeah. That's as many district wins as we had the last 2 years in that brutal former 3A district. What do you say about these kids?
Oh, just absolutely resilient. Phenomenal kids, tough, mentally and physically, because, they're playing so many snaps, Lee. I mean, honestly, and it was kind of a war of attrition out there for us. You saw some guys cramping and getting banged up and coming out. We had freshman Owen Adams stepping in there. We had Hewell go in there for Calvin a little bit. I mean, we had young kids who went in there. We had Jasper Carpenter in there. We had some other ones who filled in too. So, that's what's really cool is them stepping in. And
Owen Adam, a freshman, has been seeing a lot of varsity playing time.
Yeah, he'll play special teams. He plays inside linebacker. Yeah, and then, he's a great kid, great player. He's got a really, really bright future too. So tough-minded kid too. So just super proud of the kids. It was an amazing game.
Keokuk kind of ran the ball a lot more than they had all season, basically.
Yeah.
Did that surprise you a little?
Well, I actually kind of thought that, they're going to watch the Fort Madison film and they're going to say, hey, you know what, we can probably lean on Fairfield a little bit and run the ball. They ran it. They went to it a lot more in the second half. We actually did a decent job in the first half, but second half they had that one drive there, opening up the half, and they kind of took it to us a little bit. But then, our boys just kept battling. They would much rather throw it, of course.
Oh, yeah.
But I was so proud of our kids for stepping up and adjusting and just getting off blocks and making plays.
Speaking of blocking, and I really, as I've said it many times and during this broadcast tonight, the offensive linemen, the most underappreciated, overlooked players on the field, because if you're moving the ball, if you're running the ball, they're doing the job. Center Christian Rasmussen, guards Hank Conzel, Calvin McLean, tackles Nolan Smith and Axel Starr now in the second half of the last couple of games, and then your tight ends, Chase Countryman, Corbin Starr, Blake Burnett. I saw, unfortunately, he was hurt again late in the game. What's the word on it? Was that just a cramp?
Yeah, well, got a shot to the groin actually.
Gotcha.
He was in a lot of pain. But I actually when I ran over there and I thought that the way he was, I thought it might have been his knee. So thank God it wasn't anything like that. But he should be okay. But yeah, you're right. Those tight ends. I mean, we've had Axel play tight end. We've had Aiden Mazzell, who's hurt. So it's just kind of that, and Corbin Starr, sophomore, getting in there.
Exactly.
Chase Countryman doing a nice job, and on the left side, and then also Blake Burnett. It's been really good to have him join us up again. So
then your quarterback, Voss Richardson. I always go back to the Solon game, and that game got out of hand. We didn't have Voss at quarterback, and nothing against Jackson Hollander and at times Owen Adam, but they are not used to carrying out the fakes like Voss does with Ethan Zandrick, Brady Weigel, Tucker Robertson, of course, the sophomore, getting more and more involved in the offense at the middle back in that 3-back alignment. And it just amazes me every week you can run the ball when everybody knows you're going to run the ball.
Yeah, not only, you're absolutely right. So, and they had some good linebackers. That number 5, I think, is going to go
Mason
play
Klaus,
Division One. Yeah, Mason Klaus. He's going to go play Division I football somewhere. So, he is a good player. So, it wasn't no slouch that those guys were going against. But, we know that we can hide the ball. We can really carry out our fakes. We can get after it up front. If we do that and we stay true to that, then good things will happen. And it's I don't know about you, but there's no thrill like watching that trap pop out of the middle.
Oh, I know.
And then have some people not even know where the ball's at.
Exactly.
So it's kind of fun.
And fortunately, the officials weren't as faked out as they have been several times this season. There was one time tonight where you had Brady and Zandri kind of run into each other. One of the few times that I've seen that. It still turned into a 4-yard gain.
Yeah. We did try to run some counter tonight a little bit to kind of slow them down a little bit, but because 5 is and 4 did a nice job for them, like pretty fast flowing players. So I was just super happy for our guys. We've been so close, Lee. I mean, against good teams, we've been so close.
Centerville.
Like Centerville, and
they're
Minneapolis.
upsetting number 2 PCM tonight. They were
really?
up 28-0.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Wow. That is amazing. So we had them out here, and was played a great game with them. We just super proud of the guys, because then you get over that hump and you're like, oh, hey, we can not only play well and go toe-to-toe, we can win these games.
Exactly.
Gosh darn it. So, yeah.
Mount Pleasant was up 28-0 in the third quarter last check, which I'm a little bit surprised it's that close.
Who was up?
Solon. I'm sorry. Solon was up 28-0. Yeah. My brain was on Mount Pleasant coming over here next week, but Solon was up 28-0, and I kind of figured they'd be up 28-35 by halftime because they're just so good. And so I give credit to Mount Pleasant, but they needed a 90-yard pick six to beat the Chiefs down at Keokuk last Friday. So it tells me this team just throwing the rivalry. I don't know if we have a playoff chance. Maybe you can talk a little bit about that, what you know as far as that playoff format is concerned, but it doesn't matter if the playoff is on the line or not. Mount Pleasant is coming to town next Friday night.
That's right. And, what a great way to finish the season against Mount Pleasant. They're a good team. We're a good team. We hope to have a great crowd. We hope to have a great week of prep. Honestly, Lee, I don't really know much about the playoff thing. I know that they take the top 2 plus some at large. They go 16 on the RPI, the top 16 on the RPI. But if there's some other things with that RPI, we'll just have to take care of business. You know what I mean?
I've heard that head-to-head isn't the first tiebreaker, which that's bizarre to me.
Yeah, they go on the points of this ratings percentage index, this RPI thing.
Yeah.
They take into account your opponent's record and your opponent's record.
Yeah.
So it's
complicated.
Yeah, it is, and it's too complicated for my simple mind. So,
but to me, first tiebreaker should be head-to-head.
Yeah, I mean it does. That makes a lot of sense.
If you beat Team A, you should go over them. If it's just a 2-team tiebreaker. But anyway, that's out of your control. But to close with 3 straight wins, a 4-5 season, and thinking about Centerville, Mediapolis could have been 6-7 wins this season. This is turning the corner. It's not where you want to be,
right?
But it's turning the corner. A great group. Ethan Bisgard, that young man, and Brady, a sophomore.
Yes.
Zandrick and Voss juniors with Ethan.
Brady's gaining confidence.
Yes.
And he's running harder and with more authority. Bisgard is so tough and slippery, and he
fast,
has good
once
vision.
You get in the open field.
He is fast. And Zandrick is just a workhorse. He is just a tough workhorse. And he honestly, he helps that inside run game go so well because he's so passionate about, hitting the C gap and hitting the outside, and then he'll carry out fakes really well. So, I mean, honestly, really, really happy with the guys. Good progress, and then for them to, the defense to get some stops, get some turnovers, and to do such a good job there to seal it, and then the offense gets it, and we run the clock out and kneel it down. That's pretty.
Oh, that's when you go to that victory formation. That's the thing every coach loves to see.
Yeah, and then you can, Voss is like, I got it. He just knows how to run the clock, manage it, get it down under 40, and a 40-second clock, and that's a pretty special feeling to be able to nail it out at the end.
Oh, well, it was a fun night of Fairfield High School football, and anytime you can beat a team with a great coach, Marvin McNutt. You look at his background, being a former Hawkeye, former professional football player.
Yeah,
that's a good football mind across the field.
It is, and he knows probably he knows more about the passing game concepts than probably. He's forgotten more than what some of us will ever know.
Exactly.
He's been in NFL camps, and he's done it at the collegiate level, and But it always comes down to this. It's not necessarily what the coach knows. It's what the kids can do.
Exactly.
And it's what the kids know and what they can do. So that's really important, and that's what we try to do as well. So, but kudos to them because they have some nice players, and they had a good plan, good scheme.
Yep.
Our boys just really did a great job.
And that's a sophomore quarterback, and he's
is.
only going to get better. It's scary.
Yeah.
Well, Matt, congratulations. I tell you, I'm proud to be a Trojan tonight. I always am, but especially great when it's a win.
Me too. I'll just say, very blessed. My mom and dad came down from Northern Iowa. They came down for Parents' Night last night for Faith's volleyball. Then they saw this tonight, and then they're going to go see Maddie play some volleyball tomorrow too.
Nice.
So very blessed with that. And, I just hope everybody can have good weekend with family, and, because that's what it's all about too.
That's exactly right. There's more important things for football. We found that out with the Washington game. We
absolutely
talked about Carson Ryan, just the tragedy of that situation. And I go back to that game. If you don't have to deal with that, playing Washington on a highly spirited homecoming night with the death of a young man on the court and a member of the football team, who knows how that game goes if that's not there. But it's nothing you can do about that.
Yep, yeah. It's just life throws us these things.
Exactly. And we all would rather have had that tragedy not be a part of it.
Absolutely.
That's obvious. Yeah. But anyway, congratulations.
Thanks, Lee. Appreciate all you're doing for us in Fairfield and everything.
Glad to do it. And speaking of volleyball.
And AJ.
Yes, my producer director on site and doing a job of covering Jefferson County news and sports for Tummo Radio and doing a great job kind of following my voice print.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe let him do the interview next time, and we'll see how good he is.
Yeah.
We'll see. Then you can critique him a little bit.
Say, go for it. Yeah. Anyway,
well,
thanks,
thank
Matt.
you. Yep.
Appreciate you coming up. Matt Jones, head coach of the Fairfield Trojans. Again, great win over the Keokuk Chiefs, 38-30, the final score. How much time we need to take? Are we done? Okay, we're going to take a break and come back and wind things down here at Trojan Stadium atop Pearl Smith Field. Back with more of the postgame show in however many minutes we need on the Tummo Radio Group Sports Network.
Pick a card, any card. Right now, at Community First Credit Union, save big when you lock in a low intro rate on select credit cards. Choose between our Flex Rewards, Signature Rewards, or Smart Rate cards, and enjoy a low rate for 12 months on purchases and balance transfers. Plus, each card offers perks like no annual fee and easy-to-use digital banking. Get details and apply at c1stcu.com or at any C First location. Subject to credit approval, federally insured by the NCUA.
This is Jeremy with Cranston Family Funeral Home. I want to take a moment and say thank you, not for choosing our funeral home, although we're deeply honored when you do, but for showing up for your neighbors, for supporting small businesses, for standing in line at visitations and hugging people you maybe haven't seen in years. That is what makes our communities feel like home. At Cranston Family Funeral Home, we don't believe in flashy promises. We believe in showing up quietly, respectfully, and doing the work that matters when it matters most. So from our family to yours, thank you. We see you, we are grateful for you, and we'll be here when you need us.
Need electrical work done right? Livewire Electric is Southeast Iowa's premier electrical contractor, serving Jefferson County and nearby areas. From home wiring upgrades to all your electrical needs, call Rod at 641-472-4853. Livewire Electric, powering your home safely. Give your house a facelift. Quality garage doors that make a difference. Call 641-209-9948 for your free estimate on a new garage door. Open and close your day with straight-up doors of Fairfield.
If you're tired of dropped calls and slow internet, we're here to help. Lisco's the future of fast, reliable communication. Never miss a beat with streaming, gaming, or video calls, whether you're working, playing, or just staying connected. Lisco brings you lightning fast speeds, crystal clear calls, and unbeatable reliability. Switch today and experience the difference. Call me, Samantha, your Lisco sales rep at 641-209-5400. That's 209-5400, or visit us at lisco.com.
Dr. Matt here, looking for complete dental care for your entire family? At Fairfield Dental Clinic in Fairfield, that's exactly what we provide.
Dr. Pat here. We pride ourselves on delivering comprehensive care from routine cleanings to advanced procedures. At Fairfield Dental Clinic, we're committed to creating healthy smiles in a comfortable, caring environment.
We live here, we work here, and we're proud to care for generations of families from Fairfield and the surrounding area. Call today for an appointment. Fairfield Dental Clinic, complete dental care for your entire family, your neighbors, your dentists, your smile.
This This is Miss Bonnie at Packwood Locker and Meats of Packwood. Packwood Locker and Meats brings farm fresh to your table. Beefy with boldness, porky with perfection, fresh off the farm and into your kitchen. We know how to make every meal a masterpiece. Trust the quality and savor the taste, because at Packwood Locker and Meats, fresh isn't just a promise, it's a guarantee. Now open for retail and pickup 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Fridays and Saturdays. Visit PackwoodLockerandMeats.com for more information. Trust me, you can't beat Peyton's Meat, and we dare you to try.
You're watching Fairfield Trojan football on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
Back here on the post-game show, extended thanks to Coach Matt Jones for coming up after the game tonight, and certainly a sweet win for the Trojans. One thing that AJ and I were talking during the break there, and my producer-director on site said, should ask him about the pressure. I said, that's why you should have been doing the interview, or at least writing the questions down. But, yeah, outstanding pressure at times tonight. Trojans on putting the heat on the sophomore quarterback, Jaden Burton, for Keokuk. I figured up checked that Ethan Bisgard had 4 touchdowns, 3 rushing, 1 receiving. Of course, the reception was a 27-yard pass from Voss Richardson. Let me see it here. No, it was 29, yeah. The 27 yards was the run by Ethan, his initial touchdown. Then a 4th and 2, a 22-yard touchdown run by Zandrick Allison. That was the only touchdown that Ethan didn't get. And the 2-point conversion was a pass from Zandrick Allison, halfback pass to Brady Weigel. Ethan then had a 45-yard run to set up his 29-yard reception from Voss Richardson with 4 seconds left in the first half. What a huge touchdown that was right before halftime. Made it 22-8 at the break. Then Ethan had a 35-yard run and a 63-yard run. So obviously Ethan went well over 100, if not 200 yards rushing on the night. I bet it wasn't 200 because, of course, they do such a great job of distributing between Ethan, Zandrick Allison, and Brady Weigel, and at times Tucker Robertson, who has filled in for injured senior Spencer McCready. He at times was that middle back that would get those runs up the middle that Tucker Robertson has been getting in his absence. So 4 touchdowns, 3 rushing from Ethan Bisgard, the other touchdown by Zandrick Allison on a 4th and 2 play. 2-point conversions, 2 of them for Brady Weigel, 1 on a run, 1 on the reception from Zandrick Allison, and then Zandrick had a 2-point conversion run. And I believe that was all the Trojans scoring in the game tonight. So we'll use our final break, and we'll talk about next week coming up to wrap up the season. Fairfield will be playing at home. We'll tell you more about that as we close out the broadcast here in a couple of minutes on the Atomo Radio Group YouTube channel.
Planning for 2026? Smart farmers know the best yields start with the right choices. At Beck's Hybrids, where farmers are art, helping farmers succeed is what makes up the fabric of our culture. Call Brandon Tegler, your Beck's seed dealer serving Southeast Iowa. Get your 2026 seed orders in early and secure the varieties that perform best on your land. 641-919-7526. That's 641-919-7526. Beck's Hybrids, growing successful together.
Call. I got a pair of clogged toilets.
2 pair, dripping faucets, and leaking pipes.
Full house, boys. Flooded basement, ruined water heater, and a wild card, broken sump pump.
Gentlemen, whatever your plumbing issue may be, call Roto-Rooter on Gateway Drive in Ottumwa. The drain cleaning and plumbing experts, residential and commercial, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Oh, and one more thing. A royal flush always beats a full house.
That's a bunch of crap.
At Family First Chiropractic, it is our goal to get you and your family as healthy as possible and keep you healthy for the rest of your life. We deliver an elevated level of care for the entire family. We approach healthcare from a holistic view, incorporating multiple chiropractic techniques and physical therapy to ensure that our patients achieve the best results as fast as possible. We believe you deserve the best. A little preventative care now will eliminate pain management in later years. We want our kids to grow and live an active, healthy lifestyle. Get your family checked at Family First Chiropractic.
We care. At Jefferson County Health Center, it's the little things that make a big difference. We believe every patient deserves to feel safe and comforted, no matter what brings them here. We strive to turn fear into comfort. We are committed to ensuring every patient feels informed, supported, and truly cared for.
Jefferson County Health Center.
You're watching Fairfield Trojan football on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
My on-site producer and director, A.J. Rome, wanted to show why I say I have a face for radio, and you can see right now. I wanted to mention our coaches here in the fall sports. The cheer coach, Heidi Bowman. Cross country, of course, we got the chance to talk to head coach Jared Belzer. At halftime, his assistant, Troy Seeley. Great job with those cross-country runners. The girls' tennis, Travis Duncan. You know, think about this. We had 4 girls go to state. I'm going to reach over here for my phone because, of course, we had a couple of girls in singles and 2 in doubles qualify for the state tournament, and they were, on the singles side, Natalie Steele with an 8th place finish, and Pujita Mukadam. Pujita, the number 1 player this season, but unfortunately lost 2 out of 3 matches, so didn't get a chance to place, but Natalie would go on to get 8th. And, of course, Natalie part of the volleyball program as well. And then on the double side, finishing 7th, and a pair of, juniors, I believe? Rhea Ross and Saria Yamanur. So congratulations to Travis Duncan for having those girls do very well in tennis this fall. Their season started before school got underway, and it ended in early October when they got to the state tournament, and a great job for them. And then volleyball, of course, head coach Vicki Rebling, assisted by Sarah Godwin. Their tournament starts Tuesday night at West Liberty. They face them in a tournament. Do you remember which one, AJ? Williamsburg, maybe, and took it to 3 sets. It was best of 3, so we got a set from them. Now it'll be best of 5 with 25 points through. If it goes 4 sets, then if it goes to a 5th set, it'd be to 15. Of course, got to win any set by 2 points. So good luck to the volleyball team on the tournament trail. Again, that starts Tuesday night, 7 o'clock at West Liberty. And we talked to head coach Matt Jones on the postgame show. Wanted to mention his assistants. It's great to see Mike and Matt Shank back as part of the coaching staff. Of course, Mike, longtime head coach before you had Nate Wheaton. You had from Washington. I'm trying to remember that other coach. Oh, gosh, he went down south. Oh, I'm drawing a blank, and I'm gonna just smack myself. Jason Gano. He only coached for a season or 2. Nate Wheaton, of course, for a while. Now it's Matt Jones, but assistants, again, Mike and Matt Shank, Brian Dunlap, Nick Casca, Luke Perry, Ted Richardson, Terry Allison, and Steve Miller. So big thanks to those coaches. People say, why don't they try this coach or that coach? Not long lines of people that want to do these coaching jobs. So thanks to the guys that do step up and take those responsibilities. And Jared, of course, helping with the athletic training program at the high school, which we talked about at halftime with him as well. Want to mention our sponsors again. Community First Credit Union, Together is Better, Fairfield Dental Clinic, West Adams and Fairfield, Smithburg Automotive for vehicle maintenance, rental, and vehicle sales, and Smitty's Auto and Recycling out on West Grimes, Livewire Electric and Straight Up Doors, a little bit east, but also on West Grimes in Fairfield, Southern Iowa Ready Mix, SouthernIowaRM.com to find them, Cranston Family Funeral Home, Fairfield and Keokuk with the Irish Ridge Cremation, CranstonFamilyFuneralHome.com, Jefferson County Health Center, carriers you can count on, Let's Go, your experts for fiber optic, Brandon Taglier, Beck Seed Dealers, serving Southeast Iowa, 919-7526. The phone number, that's area code 641-919-7526. Roto-Rooter of Ottumwa, serving not only Ottumwa, Fairfield, but surrounding areas with 24/7 emergency service. Family First Chiropractic, West 2nd Street in Ottumwa, available for all your family chiropractic needs. And they offer the best results with various forms of holistic care and chiropractic techniques and physiotherapy. Packwood Locker and Meats of Packwood. Visit them at packwoodlockerandmeats.com. Biener Funeral and Crematory, 203 South Main with Scott and Rachel Brown. Finney Auto Body, Larry and Paula Angstead out on the west end of Fairfield. They take the dents out of accidents. Our halftime recap brought to you by Leo's Pizza and Grill, the halftime show service of Biener Funeral Home. On behalf of on-site producer, director, A.J. Rowe, Anthony, again, keep in mind, 104.3, the place to find his 3 minutes of news, 1 minute of sports, 9 a.m., 1, 3, and 5 p.m. Weekdays, 104.3. Flip over to 97.7 for the KOTM Radio Iowa Scoreboard Show now until 11:30. I recap the scores from 8-player through 5A, and again, through 8-player through 2A. Tonight wrapped up the season. As far as regular season, there will be playoff qualifiers, I believe 16 in all of those classes. And then 3A through 5A play a 9th week of the regular season before their playoff qualifiers are determined. Congratulations to the Pekin Panthers. They ended up district champions. Did you get a final score on them? They ended up winning over Columbus Junction, I believe that was. So finished out a 8-0 regular season. Good luck to them on the playoff trail with Coach Clint Weber and the Panthers. And again, that's going to be a wrap from Trojan Stadium here above Pearl Smith Field, where once again the Fairfield Trojans defeat the Keokuk or Keokuk Chiefs 38-30.